You sleep, but the wicked don't. Someone is here to disturb your rest.
Get the hells away from me!
The Master needs all 7 of us for the ceremony. Come with us and be reborn. We'll live again.
What a lovely invitation, but I'm afraid I'll have to decline. I intend to kill him, you see.
The Black Mass. It will be his triumph. He'll complete the ritual and emerge the vampire ascendant. Best of all, we'll join him.
You can't believe that, Dal. When has Cazador ever shared power?
So, the impossible spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you. The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future. But things have changed. You have changed. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking Cazador Zar's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in. And once inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Cazador like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children? But I promise you, they're already dead. But if I don't face him now, I never will. I'll spend the rest of my life running, watching the shadows, never feeling safe. No. This has to happen. Here and now. Also, there's a small matter of all that power I can steal from the bastard. So that'll be nice.
Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name's Cinderellimouse and we're back with Baldur's Gate 3 and one of my favourite missions, which is confronting Cazador, the evil vampire lord who has been mean, I don't want to say the A word, but who has been mean to our little brother Astarion. So we are going to go and confront him and I'm very excited. I think this is a lot of people's favourite part of the game because I know Astarion's such a fan favourite. And yeah, I think a lot of people are really ready to solve that situation for Astarion one way or another. I think as well, one of my favourite things about this is we have one of the most amazing dramatic cutscenes in the entire game. It's one of my favourite cutscenes. It's so emotional. I will say that there are a lot of themes in this about abuse. Astarion has not been treated well with Cazador. The scene I'm talking about is particularly violent, so if you're particularly sensitive to such things, maybe this isn't the right video for you, although I do think storytelling is cathartic, so you know yourself best, you know what you are or are not ready for. But I think this is one of the most powerful storytelling moments in Baldur's Gate, and I love this storyline so much because I'm very protective over Astarion, you know? Also, happy birthday, Baldur's Gate. It's Baldur's Gate's 2-year birthday anniversary. Sorry, you can hear banging. My cat's trying to come in. So I do want to say happy birthday to Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is 2 years old today and it has made me so happy. I've got over 1,000 hours in this game and I would say that this has been an excellent use of my free will. I could have been out there working a 40-hour job to make somebody else rich for minimum wage, but do you know what? I think I've made good choices this past 2 years. So thank you so much to Larian Studios for bringing me so much joy. Yeah, there aren't many games that have that. I studied humanities and particularly storytelling within kind of history, like what are the stories people tell, what does that say about their own culture, and I think that Baldur's Gate as a storytelling game is just on the pulse of what is happening in the real world, like so accurately. You know, people say art imitates life, and I do think there's a huge amount of catharsis through playing through all these different storylines and seeing what is happening in the city of Baldur's Gate, because I think sometimes you look at real life and you think, I don't know what I can do about these situations, I feel powerless. So to be able to go into a game and make a difference, I think it keeps me sane. So, I don't know. But thank you very much for joining me. Astarion fans, I hope I make you proud. Okay, so I think, do you know, honestly, I want to give Astarion a big hug. So I'm going to use the hugs mod. The Gale hug is quite nice. I think we need a little bit of a cuddle to prepare him. I feel like, actually, to be honest, I feel like Astarion would be jumpy. I don't think he'd be able to relax into a hug in this moment, so maybe that isn't on brand for him, but I wanted to do it anyway before we go in there, because who knows the horrors we're going to face. Oh, here we are in the Sart Palace. So there's people around, but they're not kicking us out. Let's just have one last chat with Astarion here.
Keep your voice down.
So, as a recap, what's the plan?
Well, I was thinking first we find Cazador and then we kill Cazador. That's about it, really. We can workshop the details as we go.
Okay, but you did say talk quietly. Maybe we don't want to shout the entire plan. Okay, let's go then. Let's start searching around Cazador Sar's palace. I love the decor in here. Bats! I love bats. Like, all the paintings are so good. Look at this sinister painting. It's like a skull. It's kind of like the Fates, but with a skull. I think it's really cool.
The gods are watching me.
I have, on my first playthrough, I stole all the paintings for Astarion. Like, look at this one here. I love the artwork. It's just so good. Okay, let's go and talk to this person here.
I should speak up.
The master is pure. His palace must be pure. No stain, no smudge, no taint. Pure.
And I actually heard Cazador is quite partial to a little bit of taint. Victoria's list. There are 7 paintings, but sometimes some of them are the same painting, except that later sometimes they're different again. There are 17 candelabra. Sometimes I light them, but the candles don't burn down. There are 17 chairs, which is almost always too many. Father says if I go to the ballroom, I will be bitten 17 times by 17 rats. Okay. Good to know. So we've got Victoria. What's her name? Vardaloria? Tricky name. There's that painting again. You think he wouldn't have replicas? I can hear chatting. I can hear talking. Why is the Owlbear Cub getting Sylvanus' blessing? And why am I being informed of this? They're not here right now.
The door is covered in intricate text, but you can't see anywhere a key might fit. Only a small round hollow engraved with a family crest.
Oh, Cordia's got a little vampire makeover, by the way. My idea is that Astarion and Cordia are cosplaying as like vampires, and like Gale and Will are there to be like the food, basically. They're like, oh, we seduced these nobles and we're going to take them to Cazador to say sorry for running away or something like that. I don't know what the plan is, but that's kind of the disguise that we're doing. So Cordia's all vampired up. Okay, so this door with all these rats on it. History, try to decipher the text on the door or examine the hollow in the door. Let's go for history. It looks like we're a little bit better with that. I don't want to use my bardic inspiration or anything like that now. I'm just going to go with guidance. I don't think I can make this. We either get it or we don't. It's fine. Oh, actually, I definitely did not get it. Okay, we take the L on this one, guys. If you didn't give me guidance, that's why. You meant to do this at the screen, and then I passed the check. So, I'm going to say you guys are taking the L on this one.
The writing means nothing to you. You can't even recognize the script.
There's writing like this all over the palace. Some old, probably dead language of Cazador's. We were strictly forbidden from learning it.
Right. You know, when people tell me I'm not allowed to learn something, I want to learn it even more. That's why I studied like classics and Shakespeare. I was like, I want to learn what the posh people learn. There's writing like this all over the palace. Okay, investigation. Examine the hollow in the door. Okay, DC is 15. We've got more of a chance of getting this one, guys. Give me guidance. Yeah, let's go. Yay! See, you guys giving me guidance makes such a big difference. That was what I needed.
The indentation seems to be the right size and shape to fit a signet ring bearing the family crest.
Okay, so we're looking for a signet ring apparently, and maybe some hoody-doody language. I learnt Latin when I was studying classics. It's definitely not Latin. Okay, let's keep going. Although, this does look a bit Shakespeare-y up here. Keep looking around. Oh, someone else? Hello?
Another guest for the Master's celebration. I'm afraid you're too late. You'll have to... Master Astarion? What are you doing here? Why aren't you downstairs?
Well, obviously I'm on my way down now. So if you could just point us in the right direction.
But you're too late. The doors have been sealed. The ritual is about to begin.
Wilhelm? They've all got V names so far. Victoria, the woman's name that I couldn't pronounce, Wilhelm. Because they're all vampires, I guess. All vampire fans. We're here to kill your master. We did find out in the last video the Astarion did say that a lot of the people working here are just kind of like vampire fans, you know, like Guillermo in What We Do in the Shadows. Like, they're not actual vampires, but they hope to be a vampire one day. They're kind of like, you know, like the Twilight fangirlies who are like, oh, I know it's toxic, but it's so sexy. Like, that's the kind of people working here, which I feel like is a little bit of an in-joke. Because I think, and again, I'm a vampire girly. I love a vampire story. I love Dracula. I love the movie, like the book Dracula as well, like the book and the movie. I loved, what was the one with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, Interview with a Vampire? Like, I watched that so many times when it came out. And then, like, I grew up reading these books by L.J. Smith called Night World, and they were so good. They were about, like, vampires and werewolves and all that kind of stuff. And I gobbled that up. Twilight, I have read, like, 3 of the books, but they're okay. They're not my favourite. But yeah, like... So I am that girl. I am that vampire girly who's kind of like into it, in fantasy idea, but also, you know, I think some of the fandom around Astarion is so weirdly selfish, because I think if you want something good for Astarion, you want him to not repeat this cycle of abuse that has been created. You want him to break the cycle, because that's what is actually best for Astarion. Where the girls who just want to live out like their I'm a vampire's mistress fantasy, like, I don't think make good choices. Anyway, what was it going on about? Yeah, I don't think the right thing to say here is we're going to kill your master, because they're going to be like, we won't let you. We love Cazador. He's the best. We love it when he's mean to us. Like, it's a see you later Toby, right? So I don't think he's gonna run either. So I think we're gonna keep going with this pretense that we're there to go to be good, right? To be good in terms of like following Cazador's orders as Astarion's come back because he's needed for the ritual. I think we're going to kind of uphold that lie that we're kind of into it. So I'm going to say, so unseal the doors and let us in.
It's too late. Godi has sealed the doors and will not open them until the ritual is complete.
Cazador gave the key to Godi. And where is this sadistic old sack of bones?
It does not matter. You're too late. The Master will be so angry that you missed the ritual. He will do such terrible, terrible things to you. I do not have any more time to waste. There is too much to do, too much to prepare.
Okay, well, you go about your business then, and we'll try and find this Godi. Who is Godi Astarion? Why are you jogging on the spot? Okay, what's in here? Godi, are you here? Chamberlain's suite. Okay, so first things first, there's a door on the left, but I'm going to go through this door first. Oh, it's actually locked anyway. Chamberlain's office. Okay. So we've got a very suspicious looking wall here that I'll definitely check out in a moment. But first, I'm going to steal the Starburst Shandy and the elegant robe. So if you don't want to spend all your money in like the retail, like tailoring places around town, the Cazador's mansion has a lot of cool clothes that you can come and nick. And we have this very fancy outfit now, which is only actually available here and in, what's his name? The guy that's on the hit list. I can't think of his name at the moment. Maybe I'll put it on the screen if I can be bothered. But we'll be going there eventually. But yeah, this elegant robe is quite a rare outfit. So let me show you what it looks like on Cordia. I don't love it on women. I think it looks a bit like a towel. It's like she's going to the spa. But the person who it does look amazing on, I think, is Gale. Look at this god Gale. So I might just leave that on Gale. Like he's the virginal sacrifice, you know? Even though I have heard that he's kind of had a bit of experience in his life, you know, with the goddess Mystra and various other people. Queen of Kingpins. Seems the Flaming Fist Mercenary Company has compiled a great deal of information on Nine Fingers and her crew, who will definitely be meeting at some point, known as the Guild. Some heavy named Tusgront guarding some entrance the Fist are intrigued by. The fact a very detailed account of the Guild's muscle, and you note, is it me or is this written weird? A tide of derision from the Fist. Evidently they don't find Tusgront and the criminals like him too bright. I don't feel bright reading this. Not the sharpest scalpel in the surgeon's kit. But Nine Fingers? Of her they write in sullen, fearful tones. I'm a big fan of Nine Fingers. Can't wait to go and see her. Let's just take all that. Again, I'm nicking what I can from this mansion. He's got the money, you know, he's lived a long time. So we've got Mysterious Elixir. And the Provender Ledger. A ledger listing and tracking inventory of goods in regular use at the Tsar Palace, with categories for food and drink for servants and guests, in quotation marks, cleaning supplies, including alchemical bloodstain remover from Bone Cloaks, not suspicious at all. Bone Cloaks is the lady that we took the cat to in the last video. Go and check that out if you're not familiar with that whole mission. Opaque heavy curtains, candles of different sizes in yellow tallow and red and black wax, leather straps with buckles, kinky, balms and oils, and regular deliveries of Baldur's Mouth broadsheets. Okay. And we also have the ballroom door. The ballroom door, that's where we need to go through, right? That's what we need the ring for. Chamberlain Dufay. The Cazador dictionary we use to train new servants on how to operate the ballroom door has gone missing. Okay, so Cazador is probably the language that's written on the door that Astarion wasn't allowed to learn, but they're teaching the servants. Doesn't seem wise if the servants are big like vampire fans and, you know, all the vampires are as charming and seductive and persuasive as Astarion. Maybe that would be easily exploited. I'm surprised he never did that. And my signet ring alone won't do the job. Please have the servants sort this out. It shouldn't be a problem, my problem to solve. Godi. So Godi's who we're looking for, who has the ring, right? The note continues in different handwriting. Godi, the servants and I are thoroughly busy preparing for the master's celebrations. Get your bones out of the kennel and search every chamber on the vampire spawn level, and quickly find that book. Okay. Interesting. So we're looking for a book that has the not the syntax, like the code to get through the door. Okay, I don't trust this mysterious elixir. I might take it anyway because who knows, it might come in handy. Godi apparently is in the kennels. Let's have a look through because I feel like this is, yes, suspicious. Again, I'm acting surprised. I've played this loads of times. I know exactly what I'm doing. She says, look, here's another empty potion bottle. So I'm glad we didn't take a sip. And a werewolf, apparently. We've got a Chamberlain's private room key. So that'll be the key for the next door. And my darling Dufay. My darling Dufay, despite all your promises, Dufay is the Chamberlain, despite all your promises that when we went to the afterlife we'd go together, you went without me. Or did you? Wait, Dufay's dead? I found your body and the empty bottle. I know you took a potion, but was it poison or something else? Here are 2 more identical bottles. I'm going to drink one of them, and then I'll join you one way or another. I love you for eternity. Luriana. So it's like a Romeo and Juliet type situation because...
Whatever killed this werewolf burned it up from the inside. Its throat and innards are more liquid than solid.
So this is Luriana Sauvage. Do you remember the, I can't remember, was it like Dior did that perfume called Sauvage? And it had like Johnny Depp advertising it and everybody took the piss out of it and like changed it to sausage. They were like, sausage. It's always funny to me when, you know, there's some kind of marketing campaign and immediately it becomes a meme and everybody just rips it. Like the whole like jeans American Eagle thing, like, oh, my genes gave me cystic acne and IBS, you know, like, which deservedly, like, it's good that people are taking the piss out of those adverts because they are racist. Okay, heavy chest, gold and trapped disarmament kit. We also have cash, scroll of charm person, and a gold imger. I feel delulu today. I'm sorry for whatever I'm going to say. So there's another wall that looks like we can get through here, but for some reason this one seems to be blocked. Oh no, I'm through. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna jump over then, I guess. And we have a wicked chest. Okay, look at the story. Cliff, do you need me to move the chest for you boys? Are you a bit stuck? Come on. Oh, I have got all the pretty boys with me, you know. They're sharing a brain cell between them today, unfortunately. Okay, what do we have here? The Quattrasune. We've read this before. I'm not going to reread it. It's basically about Sune, who is the goddess. She's kind of like Venus or Aphrodite. She's kind of like the goddess of desire and good feelings and sensuality and that kind of thing. So it's like a Kama Sutra kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. Somebody was having a good time in here, I guess. I mean, they've got the fur rug to roll around on. A coffin, interesting. Oh,
that might be worth a look.
And Dufay's diary. Diary of Antoine Dufay, Chamberlain of Cazador's palace. Sorry, I don't mean to make fun of people's names, although I make fun of everything, right? This is not targeted fun poking. I'm not discriminating. I make fun of everyone and everything. So don't think you're special just because you're called Antoine and I made fun of your name. The final page of the diary reads, I know enough about what the master had in mind with his ritual that I refuse to be the stand-in for that missing brat Astarion. Even if Cazador finds my body, the potion Bonecloak sold me is promised to provide a convincing illusion of death, especially since I leave behind a lookalike potion of acid poison. Okay, so Chamberlain Dufay, because Astarion was missing, Cazador needed a stand-in. And he was like, I don't want to be part of whatever that ritual is. Like, no thank you. I'm going to pretend, I'm going to fake my own death, Juliet style, with like a fake poison. And then left like a real acid poison next to the body to make it look legit, which is what his lover, the werewolf in the next room, came and drank and really died. So my one regret is dear Luriana. He doesn't mean because she died. He means because she's going to think he's died, like Romeo and Juliet. But I simply cannot trust her with the secret of my one chance of escape. When the potion wears off, Cazador will have ascended and will have need of my services, or he will be no more and a mastery of the palace will fall to me. So, hang on, clothing yoink. Let's have a look in this rosewood casket. And indeed, inside we have Chamberlain Dufay. So I guess we can like get him out and like leave him on the floor or something. I don't know. Nothing on him. I'm wondering if we just kind of like leave him alone. Normally I'd get him out. But I'm wondering if we just kind of leave him in there. If after we've confronted Cazador, if we come back up and check, maybe he's going to be alive. I don't think I've ever checked that before, so that'll be interesting to do together. Okay, let's go. So, yeah. Do you know what? This just proves my point that if you're a kind of tyrannical, mean leader, people are not going to be loyal to you. You know, maybe some people, maybe the delusional see you later Toby people, but this person was like, nah mate, I'm checking out. I've got an escape plan. I'm not having anything to do with this ritual. What's this? That's a Starian bust.
The inscription on this bust reads Mordok Salanmir. One of Cazador's ancestors, perhaps?
I'm going to have to watch out for that name when I'm playing the original Baldur's Gate. I've restarted it. I said I was going to do it on Twitch, but I'm terrible at finding time to do Twitch. Because normally when I want to play something, like, and I'm not recording on camera, I'm kind of tired and I kind of want to just zone out and just get engrossed in something and just kind of sit here like... And like, I don't necessarily want to... Or I don't have the capacity to talk and be interesting on like Twitch or a live stream. So a lot of the time when I'm kind of live streaming, it's kind of late at night and not live streaming, playing games that I intend to live stream. Yeah, it's late at night and I just can't be arsed. I'm sorry.
That door is saturated with necrotic magic. Best keep my distance.
Okay, don't have to tell me twice. Who are you, lady? Siren. She hasn't got a V name.
The woman's eyes are alert, verging on manic as she bustles about.
Everything's got to be right for the master. Everything's got to be perfect.
Okay. Slow your roll, girl.
Master sees everything.
All right, Cinderella, calm down. My namesake.
Behold, one of Cazador's cheapest tricks. An illusionary wall.
Sorry if you
Behind
can
it
tell
is
I'm a little
the
bit
kennel.
sniffly.
A fetid little cell he'd throw us into when displeased.
Okay, so this is the kennel where Godie's hanging out. So we're gonna get the ring from him. Yeah, sorry if I'm sniffling a lot. I've got a little bit of a cold. I was meant to record yesterday, so I'm sorry if this video is late again. I've got such bad timing at the moment with my Baldur's Gate videos. But yeah, I was really poorly yesterday. I kind of woke up and I felt really groggy. And I was like, oh, it's just morning grogginess, it'll wear off. And I was kind of, all the back of my neck was really sore as well. I think I've got like a head cold or like a virus. And I got up and I made my coffee and did my thing. And I was like, I need to go back to bed. I am wrecked. So I do feel a lot better today. It was like a 24-hour thing, but it's left me with the sniffles.
Don't stop cleaning.
Okay, let's go and confront Godie, who apparently was very mean to Astarion once upon a time. What are you doing, mate? Ambushing? He's yellow, he's not red, so I think we can go and talk to him.
I know you're there, Godie. Stop skulking and show yourself.
You always were sharp, little one. Sharp enough to cut yourself.
It's taking everything I have not to grind your rotten carcass to dust.
Don't be mad at Godie, child. I only did my job. Only kept you in line.
You tortured us. For days at a time.
Oh, yes. And you sang so sweetly for me. None of the others screamed like you did. But you're home now, and you brought me a treat, eh? A new friend for Godie.
You have an odd definition of friend, Godie. I like the dynamic between them, though. I like the way Astarion speaks to him. So again, we're going to keep up the deception that we're here to bring Astarion back. Cazador hired me to capture Astarion. I'm here to deliver. Okay, this is where I need my guidance, guys. I don't really want to get into a fight with Godie because I'm trying to do this in one shot. And so there's a couple of battles to do. So I don't want to kind of like get into unnecessary battles and deplete my resources before going confronting Cazador. So yeah, do I want to use my Bardic Inspiration right now? I've got Eagle Splendor, which is great. Yeah, I think we should go with Bardic Inspiration. If I take Guidance, is that going to cancel out my Eagle Splendor? Did I give that to myself? Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. But give me guidance. You guys can give me guidance. Do that on the screen. Oh no! I mean, it's kind of unlikely that this like cute girly girl just rocks up and she's like, oh yeah, I convinced Astarion to come back. Did you give me guidance? If not, come on, now is the time. I'm gonna use my inspiration. There we go. So, failing with advantage is just... I am worried that that's a sign of things to come with this playthrough.
But you're too late to see the Master. The doors are sealed. He will not be disturbed.
Doors can be unsealed. Just give us the key and we'll show ourselves in.
Godi will not open them for anyone, much less for you.
So it's like self-interest that happens here, where it's kind of like, if I follow orders, I'm safe, even if that means doing horrible things to everybody else. But I think we can convince him to let us in, because I'm going to say, Cazador gave me orders too. Astarion needs to be returned, no matter what. With a little bit of a veiled threat there, you know? Okay. DC of 20, I'm going to take the Bardic Inspiration again, and your guidance, please. I'm going to keep Eagle Splendor. Have we done it? I think so. Tension. Yes, okay, fabulous. I can't math. Let's go.
Godi was wondering about that. Godi knows the Master was searching for Astarion. He must have forgotten Astarion was lost.
Indeed.
Here it is.
Thank you.
Now
Cazador
go
will
to
be
him.
very pleased.
Help him achieve his destiny.
Oh, we will. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be quite the event. Right, okay, idiot. Has he got anything else to say?
Go. Go, little fools. Do not keep the Master waiting.
I think Godi's an example of like clearly a horrible, horrible character that I would want nothing to do with in real life. But in the game, he's an interesting character. I was going to say good character, that's not the right word. Like, he's a unique, interesting character with a lot of personality, and I enjoy that, right? Even if it's a bad guy, like, I want them to be well written and interesting. Okay, some torture stuff here, which is gross. So let's just quickly check these caskets. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Okay, we're gonna leave you to it then, Godi. See you later. These are fake books. Okay. But let's go to the dormitory wing. Again, we're looking for this book, right? That has the secret kind of ancient writing to open the door. We've got the ring, we need the writing. Green fern.
I must be busy. Busy, busy, busy. Master might see me. Master might approve.
I think you missed a spot over there. Don't worry what we're doing. Okay, let's keep going. So, spawn dormitory.
The dormitory. This is where the spawn were kept. When we were getting neither the carrot nor the stick.
Right. I like the commentary. I really like all the Astarion's comments and kind of dialogue as we explore the palace. I think it's really revealing about his past. It feels rewarding in terms of like story writing and gameplay. You will learn so much more about Astarion in this moment, and really, like, because he's told you about stuff, but when you kind of like see it, it really kind of like hammers it home, which I think is a really good build-up to confronting Cazador. Yeah, you feel really like, I personally feel like I really side with Astarion here. Okay, we've got Ledger, blood donors. Okay. What does blood donors mean with vampires around? Cazador's finest. So this is from Chamberlain Dufay, who's the guy that faked his own death. When you're on the hunt, take prey by preference from the city's lower classes. Patriarchs may smell better, but it will attract unwanted attention if too many aristocrats vanish when they're out slumming. In the last month, you already brought in a Duluska, a Jahasso, and an Othun. I don't know any of those references. I'm not that good at my D&D history. And now 3 wealthy families are up in arms. Watch it. Chamberlain Dufay. Okay, so they don't want to draw attention to themselves and get in trouble with the aristocracy. But we do know, like, Cazador was, like, asking for copies of Baldur's Mouth, so he's definitely influencing things, but maybe from behind the curtain, you know? Because if you're a vampire and you're, like, living for a long time, you don't want people asking questions. Violet's Diary. Is Violet the one that we met in Sharessa's Caress? Not Sharessa's Caress, but the place opposite? I'm not sure. Hehe, the garlic in Euson's bed gave him a nasty rash. Serves him right for being such a whining runt. Now, I don't think that sounds like her. She sounded quite nice, actually, the girl in the across from Sharessa's Caress. Now, if only I could get at that snob Leon and his brat of a daughter, but she's protected. Cazador must have a fine plan for little Victoria. I wonder what that is. Victoria was the one that was, like, counting, like, 17 paintings, 17 rats, 17 chairs. So she might be a child of one of the vampire spawn. Oh, hello. I don't want to take the spawn clothing. It's actually not that fancy. We've already kind of got those things. I like to dress fancy when I get to Baldur's Gate. I just feel like it's like it opens doors for us, you know, because there's so many like aristocrats and fancy people. Like there's like the counting house and, you know, the flaming fist. I just feel like it doesn't matter what you're wearing in terms of like what people think of you, but narratively speaking and kind of role play, I think it makes sense to dress quite fancy, depending on where you are. Like if you're kind of slumming it, maybe you want to dress down a little bit because people might be like, ooh, not helping you. But yeah, I like the idea of like dressing for the place that you're in. Okay, let's keep going. Again, that's just like fun to me. It just adds like an extra dimension of depth to what I'm doing. No comments in here, Astarian? Fair enough. Okay, nothing too fancy there. But I've got some Brass City Scrangle, which I'll take, and some Starburst Shandy. Don't mind if I do. I love how much detail Larian have put into making Baldur's Gate 3 in terms of like all the different meshes. Like, they could have just had one type of wine and one wine bottle, but we've got all these different varieties of liquor and all these different shaped bottles that are so beautifully designed. I really, really enjoy it. Armenian desert wine. Like, I know that's Armenian desert wine because I recognize it from the shape of the bottle. Yeah, so I really, really love that. Again, just the attention to detail makes the game so worth it for me. Okay, here we go. Mahogany wardrobe. Favoured spawn ledger. Favoured spawn. Cazador's best prey hunters who are entitled to stay in the special bedchamber year to date. So Astarian's not on here. I don't know if that's because he left before these notes were taken or if he was just never the favoured one. I think he was Cazador's favourite though. I think somebody said that somewhere. Leon, Violet, Leon. So Leon is the one who has the daughter, and he was Cazador's favourite most of the time. Violet's the one that was like putting like garlic in people's beds and sabotaging. Okay, let's take this off. He has slightly fancier clothing as well. Leon's diary, okay. Diary of Leon Unifrio, final page. Ever since the master turned me and forced me to bring Victoria along to the palace. Oh, so Cazador turned him and then forced him to bring his daughter to the palace. That's horrific. I've had to be his best hunter just so that I could stay in here with my daughter and keep her away from the other spawn. So he didn't want to... She's clearly not a vampire, I guess, and he didn't want her getting bit in the night in the communal bedchamber. I don't like the way Violet looks at her, not at all. When I ask the master what he plans to do with Victoria, Cazador just gives me that wicked smile. Next time, so he's using Victoria to manipulate Leon, basically. It's like a pawn for him. Next time I get out on a hunt, I must talk to Figaro. That's the guy who makes the clothes. To finalise the deal for Victoria's escape disguise. If only there's enough time before this ritual the master talks about. That's nice that Figaro is going to help. Oh, look, she's even got like a little owl bear and a stuffed bear on the bed. I'm going to take those just in case we find her. Okay, cabinet, wardrobe. Ooh, some more sexy clothing. Again, if you are short on cash and you want some sexy camp clothes, Cazador's Palace is the place to come and raid. Even if you're like early game and you know you're not ready to do the big fights yet, if you just come in this initial bit and poke around and steal the clothes at the start of Act 3, you've got like fancy clothes then for the whole of Act 3. And like you can come back and do the fight later. Okay, I think that's everything in this room. Okay, see you later, Greenfern. We still haven't found the book though. The only place that we haven't explored is this room with all the like necrotic stuff coming off it. I don't want to get too close to that, but I think I've got a bit of a plan. Let me save. Okay. Cordia for some reason has Mage Hand. I can't remember how I picked this up. It was one of her her things, her leveling up gave it to her. Oh! And that's why I used Mage Hand to open the door, because did you see it immediately died because of the necrotic stuff? So unfortunately, we found the child, Leon's daughter Victoria, and she did not make it out of here, unfortunately. Leon did not save her, which I think is one of the saddest stories. But I have a plan for investigating this. So I need curse. Remove curse. Scroll of remove curse. Luckily, Gale has one. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have Cordia cast this spell on Victoria. Now, you can see that if I just try and do it, I have to go right up to her body. That's going to give me a huge amount of necrotic damage. You do not want to go in that necrotic aura. It's a little bit like if you've ever seen Gale die, the necrotic aura that's created around him. It does a huge amount of damage. Now, some of you will know that there is ways to make yourself invulnerable to necrotic damage, and you can actually pick Victoria up and like run around Baldur's Gate with her and just do a huge amount of damage to anyone who gets close. I'm not doing that. I think it's disrespectful. This is a child. Like, we're Cordia, we're a cleric. We're going to look after her. So, I don't want to go over there. So what I'm going to do is going to use my sorcery points to do distance spell. And that's going to allow me to apply this spell without getting too close to her.
An easy fix.
There we go. That's the safest way to deal with this, I've found. Okay, let's inspect.
Another step forward.
It's so sad.
Ah, the bedrooms. Never once slept in.
Astarion, there's a child on the floor.
This is where I took our guests. I'd entertained them here until Cazador appeared and took them away.
This moment's not about you.
No one ever died here, though. Something strange happened to that girl.
Oh, now you care. After thinking of yourself first. This is not your moment, Astarion. We'll get back to you. Okay, let's have a look at Victoria. So she's got a note. So this is from her dad, Leon. Victoria, remember to read that ancient language book. You'll need to know some of the vocabulary to be able to move freely within the palace. Okay, so he was trying to set her up so that she could escape, but yeah, unfortunately did not work out for her. Will, could you pick up this child's body, please? And we'll go and give her like a proper burial. Or like find her dad.
To live in more interesting times.
Okay, more fancy clothes, we'll take them. Random skull, I don't think we need that. Anything over here?
Moving ahead.
So Astarion was saying this is where they brought, you know, the people that the vampires lured back to be like a blood sacrifice for Cazador. This is where they brought them and entertained them until Cazador was ready to come and take them. So there's also an incentive there to actually do that for the spawn, to go out and seduce people and bring them back, because they get to stay in like this fancy room for a bit. I don't know what Victoria was doing in here. Maybe she was hiding. Carafe of wine. Ithbank! Pwah! Okay, what's this here? This is it. Kozakuran Dictionary. This is what we were looking for. Now we can get through into the ballroom. This book is a dictionary of the ancient Kozakuran language. From the distant land of Karatur, flipping through the pages, you find certain words and phrases underlined. Open, enter, beware, forbidden, and sealed. So this is probably going to get us into that door. Perfect.
I've seen this language before. Inscribed on the Tsar's signet ring, I think.
Okay. Again, love stealing the paintings in here for Astarion, but I'm not going to do that today. Starburst Shandy, Brass City Strangle. Don't mind if I do. Maybe I'll steal some silverware as well. I can't be bothered selling it though. Dalira's Private Diary. Before I was Dalira, vampire-spawn slave to Cazador Tsar, I was Dr. Dalira, physician general to the Parliament of Baldur's Gate. So he was picky with the spawn. So he wasn't getting, you know how they were getting the victims from like the Undercity, and he was like, don't take the nobles as food for Cazador. Cazador was choosing his spawn, these kind of like special vampires, from the nobility, it sounds like, because this person was physician general, and Astarion was a magistrate, so he was kind of a noble too. Spawn or no, I'm still Dr. Dalira, and I will not submit to this lowly status. And again, it was involuntary, at least in Astarion's case, and it sounds like Dalira and Leon also, it was like involuntary that Cazador did this to them. Spawn or no, I'm still Dr. Dalira, and I will not submit to this lowly status. The others say vampirism is a curse, but in my educated opinion, it is a disease, because you can't remove it with cure curse, and therefore must be vulnerable to medical treatment. I believe a massive infusion of fresh, youthful blood may overwhelm the vampire. Oh my god! So did the doctor buy Victoria because she was trying to get youthful blood to flush out the vampire blood? Wow. I believe a massive infusion of fresh, youthful blood may overwhelm the vampirism infection and enable my body to heal. This feels like real-world conspiracy theories much, you know? There is one potential source of this blood here, Victoria. The as yet pure-blooded daughter of Leon Onifriu. Leon was a sorcerer before he was a magical sorry, reading it wrong. Leon was a sorcerer before he was a vampiric slave, and has warned us not to prey upon Victoria, as he has imbued her with a counter curse in the event of attack, made her a necrotic booby trap, as it were. I think Leon is bluffing. He was not bluffing. You called this bluff and he was not bluffing. Yeah, that did not work out well for the person. So I don't know what happened to the doctor, because the doctor's body's not here. Must have took some damage from that though. Yeah, unfortunately, Victoria did not survive the attack. It's like biting Gale. This is why we've dressed Gale up like the sacrifice, because if any vampires do try and bite him, like, we know that Gale's blood tastes bad. Like, if Astarion tries to bite Gale, he's kind of like, oh, what's wrong with your blood? So yeah, I don't know, the Karsite weed is protecting Gale somewhat. I don't know. Okay, Astarion, can you come and open this chest?
I'll do a challenge.
Okay, here we go. It's so ridiculous though. Like, that vampire was clearly not that smart, because, give me guidance, because why go to Victoria? If the vampire spawn are expected to go and prowl around the lower city and bring people back to Cazador, there's so much, like, I'm not saying this is right, I'm just saying it's illogical. Why would you go and prey on a child that might be booby-trapped by a sorcerer and not just a random orphan that's roaming around the city streets? You know, like Karlak, she was an orphan. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just saying that it seems like a bad plan to have bit Victoria, and it was. Okay, thank you, Astarion. Ooh, we've got the Helmet of Grit. I know some people, there was like a question going around at one point without like too many spoilers and things, but it was like if Karlach was a goddess, if everybody became like a god or a goddess at the end of the game, what would Karlach be the goddess of? And I don't know who it was. I don't know where I saw this, so I can't credit. I'm so sorry if this was your idea and suggestion, but I loved it. And it was like, Karlach would be the goddess of grit. And I was like, that suits her so well. So I'm going to send that Karlach, even though I don't know if I'm going to end up using it, to be honest. Maybe it'd be helpful here. Maybe it would be helpful. I'll think about it. Okay, let's keep going. We've got everything we need now to get into the ballroom. So buckle your seatbelts, kids. It's about to get messy. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and save again. All right, here we go. Let's try and get through this door. Sinister door.
The door remains sealed, with naught to see but strange writing and a small hollow. Looking closer, you recognize the writing. It's the same Kozakuran script from the dictionary you found.
Press the signet ring against the hollow and read the door's inscription aloud.
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door swings open.
And we have a situation on our hands because it looks like there's some good boys and some bad boys. I am playing with a werewolf mod, by the way, and it gives you the ability to control wolves. And I'm really excited to get to this scene with my werewolf and see what happens. But right now, I think we should probably chat with something.
You can't be here. No one in, no one out.
You're new. Cazador never kept guard dogs before.
The runaway spawn. You reek of the Master's scent. Come with us. Come to Master.
Excuse me? I will not be ordered around my own house by some blow-in mutt.
We bring you to him. We get his favor.
So there's no negotiating with these boys. They are not good boys. They're only naughty boys. Right, okay, I've got things to say again. I'm sorry that I don't get on with it. I know I chat too much. But I want to comment on how much work and detail went into the animation of the werewolves, and I think this is literally the only point where you have like a fully formed werewolf in the game, as far as I can think right now. There's other references to werewolves, but this is the only like actual werewolf that you interact with normally. And like there's so much detail, like the animations of like his little ears going back, the way his nose moves. If you go back and watch that scene, like it's so good. Somebody put like so many hours of work into that, and it's just like there where he's howling, the way they move, so good. And so I wonder how much of that was because I just watched Larian's live stream where they were talking to the guy who is Greg, who is the lead of the animation team, and they were talking about using mocap and stuff, and how some things are mocap and some things are kind of gameplay animation. I'm just wondering if anyone actually did the werewolf kind of mocapping, or whether that is pure kind of animation. I don't know, I'm curious. There's so much details to the game that I'm just obsessed with. So yeah, I do think it's a shame we didn't get DLC, but I love that they've created the mod toolkit so that we can so that people can go and take these assets and make more of them, because like I say, I'm playing with the werewolf mod and I love the idea of like all the animations are there, you know, you can play as a werewolf with this mod, and it feels satisfying, it feels like the game. So there's actually 2 werewolf mods, so I won't favour one over the other, but if you want to go and check them out, they're both available on the kind of in-game modding system. What else as well? There's a vampire mod as well that I want to try. So just the idea of like playing with these different races it's just so good. Okay, I'm gonna stop nattering. Now the thing is, like I said, I'm gonna do this in one shot, so I don't want to go in heavy. I don't want to use my like highest level spells here because I want to save those for Cazador, because I'm gonna take Cordia and Astarion into the Cazador fight. Gale and Will, I'm probably going to switch out for somebody else so I can kind of go in heavy with them. But for now, I want to have a quick think about how I'm going to actually handle this, because we're kind of surrounded, to be honest. We've got 3 guys over here and the bats, 2 guys here. So I think what I'm going to do is have Cordia run over here. And I'm going to go in probably with a level 4. And I'm going to go in with a lightning bolt on these 3, hopefully. Oh, can I not get all... I can get all 3. And the bat. Okay. I don't know if you can see. It might be behind my head. Let me move over. There. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. We did a decent amount of damage to 2 of the werewolves. Now, I don't know whether to Misty Step back or take Sanctuary. I think I'm going to stay in the room and take Sanctuary. It's only a level 1 spell. But that basically means she can't be attacked now. So that's decent. Okay. Is there another bat above my head? I kept on seeing something else flapping around there. Okay. That's Cordia's move, and again, I've only used a few low-level spell slots, so I'm okay with that. Astarion. Okay, I want you to actually back up. Are you not getting involved in this? You're just chilling back there? Okay, alright.
We shall see his true form.
Sneak attack. Okay, I can't sneak attack. I could go in with a smoke powder arrow and take this team out. Let's try and do that.
Make it hurt.
Oh! How are they all still up? Okay, now can I... No, I can't do my sneak attack. That's really annoying. That's okay though. I'm just going to go in with a normal arrow attack. On... Let's try and take Bloodfang down. Okay. And then I've still got another attack with Dread Ambusher to go on White Mist. Oh, Mist, damn it. Can I do Dissonant Whispers? Again, I don't want to use my highest level spells here. I want to keep some of those spell slots handy. So I'm going to do another Dissonant Whispers on my White Mist. Frightened, perfect. Right, okay, so what I was doing there, to explain it better, the 2 wolves were here. They were going to go next in initiative order. I've taken one of them down, so they're not going to get their turn. And then this one here, because they're frightened, they cannot move closer to us, so they are not going to be able to attack us, I think, on this turn, and then Will gets a go. So that worked out really well. I'm also going to have Astarion back off, because I have a plan for here. Okay. Yeah, can't move closer. Savage Howl though. That's okay. Okay, Will, back up a little bit for me. Does Will have Wall of Fire still? I thought Will had Wall of Fire.
Everything must be clean. Everything must be perfect.
No, but I've got a Fireball. The problem with Fireball though, I don't want to destroy the bodies because I want to try and speak with the dead on them. But I think the only one that I can speak with the dead on is this one here, which I should have thought about when I was blowing everything up, but too late now. I don't think I can speak with the dead on this one. So I'm going to try and Fireball.
Might will prevail.
Okay. That was okay. I don't want to get close. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Quick Spell Finger. Who's next to go? This person's going to get a turn. So I'm going to use my Eldritch Blast on this one. Okay. I didn't take them out, but I think they're going to need to dash to get to us. So we'll just move back and let's hope for the best. Okay, they can't attack Cordia, she's sanctuaried. Yeah, they're having to dash. Oh, what are you doing? Makes me laugh so much when they like run over. Oh, look, this guy's got involved. Okay, Wilhelm. Big mistake. You're going to want to put that knife away and make a run for it because we're going to take you down. I have tried knocking out these people and then going back to them after I've killed Cazador in the hopes that they'd revive. Here's another one. But they die when Cazador dies. So I'm not going to waste my time trying to knock them out. I'm just going to kill them as well because they die anyway. Okay, Gale. What I would like you to do, friendo, is actually Wall of Fire. Here we go. Which is going to just go across here, hopefully. Oh, Wall of Fire is such a faff. It's always like, target blocked. I want to put it across the door frame. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, and then we just really have to deal with these two on our next turn. Gale, could you step back a little bit, mate?
On my way.
Okay, perfect. Okay, here we go. Dash. Dashing at Cordia, maybe? No? Okay, the bats should die when they come through the fire. Some of them did. I feel like the others have taken a bit of damage. Dude, what are you even trying? Will has really good armor. So, I don't know if you've seen Will recently, but yeah, he's pretty well protected, AC of 19, so I'm glad they didn't manage to do any damage on us. Okay.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Cordia. I think we can do another lightning bolt. Yeah, I don't want to do it super high level. I'm just going to do a level 3 lightning bolt and try and take out this 1, 2, and then this wolf over here, 3. I might look like a Disney princess, but... And you know what? Stay where you are. She's still got Sanctuary for the rest of this turn, so I think she's going to be okay. Actually, having said that, if I don't move back... I don't want everybody to end up in this fire, so I think I might have her just come ahead and not use the spell slot, but hopefully jump across and not get her feet burnt, fingers crossed.
First step is the hardest.
Oh, concentration broken. Concentration on what? Oh, it's okay. It was only Sanctuary. Okay, we're good. I'm happy with that. She did take damage, unfortunately, but I think she'll be fine.
Hungry for the
Okay, Astarion. Can you sneak attack on this guy? You can. Boom. Nice. I'm going to go in with a bonus action offhand attack. And I'm going to do that again. Hopefully take this guy down. Actually, do you know what? I wonder what werewolves taste like. Astarion gets the vampire curse. I am mad that he didn't go down. I can get him again though. This guy's gonna go next though. I trust that Will's got it. Okay, let's just get this guy down. Okay, perfect. He was burning. He might have gone down by himself. Slightly annoyed about all these bats. Okay, Will. Can you take this guy down, please? Let's go in with a Divine Smite. Level 3, because again, I'm not taking him into the Cazador fight, probably. That did the job. Okay, perfect. And then, do you know what? Again, same thing, level 2, Divine Smite. For those of you out there who think that Will is a weak character, and he's not effective, and he's not good to play with, Paladin. Paladin Warlock, because then he doesn't use strength, he uses charisma as his paladin smiting shit. If you use packed weapon. Mummy knows how to play this game. And then I still have like an attack left to take out one of these bats. Look at my boy go. Oh, there's a rat here. Wait, I still have another attack? Boop. Will is overpowered. Maybe I should take him into the Cazador fight. I don't know. Let's spread everybody out a little bit. Okay.
The witching hour.
So again, they're not even getting the turn because I'm taking them out, like, before they take their turn. So if you just look up here at the initiative order, you can see who's coming next. And we literally just have these 2 bats left. So magic missile should probably do the job here. 1 hit point, 1 hit point. Yeah, I think we've got this. Will, stay out the fire. I know that you are a fiendish warlock, but please. Okay, Gale, get rid of that wall of fire. Cordia, I'm going to go ahead and short rest. I think we've got this. And yeah, let's start exploring.
That hit the spot.
That hit the spot. What, fighting everything? Okay, Wilhelm, sorry mate, but you chose this. Okay, let's keep exploring. So I don't think there's anything too interesting. This lever just opens and closes the door.
Anything
I feel bad for the wolves, okay? Let me try and do Speak with the Dead on this guy. Hang on. I think I need a scroll. I have got my necklace. Haven't I? Do I have the... Yes, I do. Okay. I just need to remember to swap that back. Okay. Speak with the Dead. There we go.
The corpse has nothing to say.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was that one. Okay. Let me swap my necklace back. I think I can still do Speak with the Dead because it's been cast. I don't think I have to keep the necklace on. I think that's the one I wanted. Okay. No, I lost it. No, I have got it. I've still got it. Okay, perfect. Okay, what's over here? Sheet music.
Give it a shot.
Sheet music for General Sandro's death suite, a funerary celebration in 3 parts. That feels very fitting, to be honest. What do we have over here? So we'll explore that side room in a minute. The Gates Pub Crawl Guide. I think we've read that before. I'm going to let you read that if you want to. The only place I don't think we've been is the Guild Hall. Yeah, okay. Some more clothes, not too fancy. So we can't speak with the dead on this person, otherwise they'd be glowing. But let's see if she's got anything on her. I'll get you in. Sanzi, I've been invited to play at a party at the Tsar Palace tonight in their ballroom. Show the Chamberlain at the door this note, and he'll let you in to join me. Wear your best dress, Kalira. Okay, so I wonder if Kalira's a spawn, or if this is someone who was unsuspecting and just managed to get their friend killed. She did not wear a dress. She did not understand the assignment. Let me just have my moment. Actually, do you know what, Astarion?
What a day.
You might be the next master of this house. Try it on for size. He's like, I love sitting on soon-to-be dead men's thrones.
Looking ahead. Need to find a way
nothing.
forward.
Look at the rats. I feel so bad for the rats. Look, look, look. See how this guy's glowing? So let's go and speak with the dead on this guy's face in a wolf's belly. That's how I want to go. Suckling a wolf, you know? No. That was a joke. Well, although cuddling something furry.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Not in a halcyon, woohoo scene kind of way. In like a, I have my comfort teddy bear kind of way. Okay. What were you doing here?
Enjoying party, drinking, talking.
Talking about what?
Work, counting house, who controls what, wanted names of senior staff, families, any scandals, secrets.
So Cazador was basically getting leverage, information and leverage on the ruling class, basically, so that he can, again, puppeteer behind the curtain. And who else was here?
Politicians, minor nobles, fist officers, all sorts.
He sounds a bit like a very bad man who had a very famous island, doesn't he? And what did he want with these people?
Information. Asked so many questions. Power structures in city. Weaknesses. Who he needed to control.
So it sounds like he was probably doing all this anyway to an extent. You know, he didn't have this wealthy palace built with no money and influence. You know, he clearly shook hands with the right people in the city. But I think it sounds like Cazador's plan was once he ascends through this ritual, that he was going to really start taking control of the city. Like, he was going to make a vie for power. Okay. And who are you? Maybe we can notify your loved ones.
Sterlac, senior clerk in counting house.
Right, the counting house is like the bank.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
So we will go there as well. We will go to the counting house eventually. There's like a quest line that will take us there, which is why I'm trying to find all the counting house keys so I can open all the vaults and steal all the stuff. Sorry, not steal. Rightfully pick up after being rewarded or investigating corruption, you know? Being rewarded for investigating corruption, or I don't know. Wait, did I check that person's body? Wait, did I check the body?
Something good here, I hope.
Yeah, so it looks like Cazador put on this big lavish event to have this kind of like blood feast, I guess. And to feed the werewolves who were acting like his guards, and I guess like his bloodhounds as well. Okay, so in the corner of this room here, we've got this kind of turret space that's open. Not too much of interest in here yet, but there is this button. Now, there's a bit of a puzzle here. I'm going to be honest, there's a puzzle that I've never done in Cazador's palace where you can kind of get underneath a certain section of the palace. I've never done this. I'm probably not going to do it in this episode, but we may do a follow-up episode where we just kind of like check all the nooks and crannies in Cazador's palace kind of after we've confronted him. It's just going to be like too long if we do everything in one go. So yeah, we've kind of locked ourselves in, but it's okay. Let's keep going. Okay, so we do know we've gone up. We do know that Cazador is down. We kind of knew that the entrance to the thing is through his office, so we know this isn't leading us to Cazador yet. But again, if we can find out some information, anything that's going to help us, I think it's worth doing. Stack of scrolls. The butler's cane had a knob on the end. Oh, Gale, this is the book from Elminster's library, isn't it? Aloija 1477. Okay, so we're going to get a bit of a story now of Amanita Tsar, which is kind of backstory, I guess. It's world building. I quite like this story. However, I always thought we were going to like meet her, and I don't think we actually do meet her. So whether this is kind of like setting up for future Baldur's Gate games, I don't know. But let's read it together anyway. If you don't want to watch this bit, you can skip ahead. Until I was 13 years of age, I didn't know what hang on, let me try it again. So Aloija is the month, 1477, which I think is, when is Baldur's Gate set? Is it like 1492, 1482? Until I was 13 years of age, I didn't know that Uncle Cazador was a vampire, that indeed my entire family were vampires, going back generations. Growing up on the Saar country estate near Angeveld, raised by old family servants, I rarely visited our city palace in Baldur's Gate. And when I did, I couldn't wait to leave and return to the country. The city palace, straddling the wall between the upper and lower city, was far more than creepy. It was somehow chilling. Amanita Tsar. Okay. So she was a child of the family. Doesn't seem to know yet that she was a family of vampires. Let's keep exploring. So there's a door here. I'm going to come back to that in a second. Let's just explore this room. The first time I did this playthrough, I was expecting a vampire fight up here. I was expecting either skeletons or vampires to leap out of these coffins. Like, it feels like there should have been a fight up here. It feels like maybe it was like cut content. Is there like a skeleton? Yeah, there. Okay. Myrtle, 1477. So again, it's probably like the next month. The whole family was waiting for me. Every living saw. Uncle Cazador, Grandam Fistula, Great Aunt Dralia, and Cousin Blovart. I wonder if these people you meet in the older Baldur's Gate games. There was a gilded clavichord on a dais that was playing without anyone sitting at the keyboard. The four of them were sitting on armchairs in a semicircle facing me. Uncle commanded me to approach him and look him in the eye. And I did. Amanita saw. Okay, so it was a 13th birthday. It's like a Harry Potter thing where it's like on your 13th birthday, you probably become a vampire. I think that's kind of the deal. Tarsake, 1477. It's interesting that vampires can have children, apparently, though. Ouch. Sorry, my back's getting better, but it still gets a bit stiff after I've been sat for a while. On my 13th birthday, I was summoned to the city palace by Uncle Cazador. Old Drossel hitched the team to the best carriage and drove me to the Black Dragon Gate, where I was met by porters and a litter to carry me through the upper city to Sar Palace. A litter's like an old-fashioned carriage. It's kind of like people carry it, I think. The Chamberlain was waiting to conduct me to the ballroom, a chamber mysterious to me as I'd never been allowed to enter it before. So she's just trying to like tell her story, I guess. Leaving all these pieces around for us to find. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's go in here. Okay. It's so creepy. Again, I really thought I was going to get jump scared here. So I guess spoilers that we don't get into a fight as far as I'm aware. I've tried everything as well. I've been like, there must be some kind of secret up here that I'm missing because it feels like there should be more up here than there actually is. Common table wine. Okay. So we can go this way to the next kind of turret. But before we do, there is a secret room here. If we move this wooden crate, there's a secret button and we can go deeper into the attic. So there's a lot of like little secret areas in the Sar Palace. So I love this. I love, again, I grew up playing things like Tomb Raider, so it's kind of like you want to go and explore every single nook and cranny and find all the different little weird secrets that the game has. I love when developers put time and effort into these like weird random areas. Because I don't know, I love it. It does feel a little bit unsatisfying though, this area, because you do expect there to be a fight. Again, I know that it was such an ambitious project for them that they did end up cutting things. Like there was meant to be a whole upper city area, I believe. Again, this is like rumors, I don't know factually, but this is what I've heard, that there was meant to be a second Moonrise Tower. There were meant to be 2 towers. There was meant to be like the whole upper area of the upper city that you could go in. That got cut. There was meant to be a coven of 3 hags. So it wasn't meant to be like Auntie Ethel appears twice. It was meant to be Auntie Ethel, someone in the city, and then like a 3rd hag, I believe. So yeah, like, and then it just turned out like 1 hag got cut, so it was just like Auntie Ethel doing everything. Okay. Potion of invisibility, gold. So it looks like she was trying to escape with the potion of invisibility. We also have a silver key, don't know what that's for, and a flute. So I have tried having like Astarion play the flute. I've tried everything I can think of basically, because I thought maybe if you play the flute it unlocks something. So again, I'll just kind of show you just to satisfy your curiosity, because that's what I was curious about. I thought the power, old time battles, or bard dance. I don't know, like the power seems good for vampires. I thought maybe if I played the music it would like summon her. Because otherwise, why give us a flute? Like, what's the meaning of it?
Let's move.
I don't know.
Light on my feet.
Soap bar, wooden chest. I feel like I've missed one of the story things here. Maybe not. Come on, Astarion.
Watch your back.
Get down here.
Moving.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Again, it just feels a little bit unsatisfying. Other than world storytelling, you know, like lore of the Saw family. Which I do enjoy. I just want more, you know? I just want everything. Team all the things. Care for creatures of the astral plane. I don't know if we've read this before. Yes, we have. As to this care of space hamsters, especially those imbued with rare feature of being extremely tiny, though no less cosmic and incredible. The scroll advises the reader to feed it no red meat, which is bad for its digestive system, and no foods high in sugar, because it'll go absolutely coconuts. Above all, the scroll advises love for space hamsters are ultimately a friend waiting to be loved, and with abundant love to get back. Maybe we'll meet a space hamster. I don't know. I do know. Okay, here we go. More of the story. Uncle Cazador made me a vampire, but I refused to participate in the family rites. He gave me the hunger, but he could not break my will. He had Blovard imprison me in the attic, so she wasn't a spawn, right? So the spawns have to do what the vampire who created them says. She's a full vampire, right? She has some will of her own. Okay. He had Blovard imprison me in the attic. I weakened. They sent up human blood, and eventually I drank it. For a year they stopped sending anything. I tore at the walls in frustration. Then they sent up a bound captive. Amanita Sar. So right, I read that badly, but basically she didn't want to be a vampire. It sounds like she was turned against her will. She didn't appreciate it. She didn't want to take part in anything. She was trying to resist like the hunger. They starved her, and which is a war crime if anyone's asking. And they sent up human blood, which she drank. And then they starved her for a year and then sent up a human when she was absolutely desperate and out of her mind. And we know what happened, right? Trying to like break her. She's just so horrible. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay, treasure room. These are always so disappointing because they look like you're gonna get so much treasure and then it's just kind of like, eh. Okay, and then we have a button here as well. Oh, we've got another thing. Flame rule, 1477. I succumbed. I am a vampire and damned. I curse the name of Sar and reject it. Now I stay in the attic by choice and write my little histories. I am Lady Incognita. Amanita is no more. So I don't know, who is Lady Incognita? She's one of the great mysteries of Baldur's Gate. Like there's Reddit threads about her. Like everyone feels like there's something that's missing, but I believe it was just cut content. I don't know, it would have been really cool to have met Lady Incognita and kind of like had her on our side. I also think if you do use mods, it'd be really, really fun to play as Lady Incognita, like create her in the character creator, maybe like Oath of Vengeance Paladin, but give her like the vampire mod thing. That could be really cool. Like, I don't know, again, if I could actually get my shit together and get on Twitch, it'd be something that I'd like love to try and do. I think that could be really fun. Really enjoying my werewolf playthrough at the moment. Come on, you. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I was going to say. I'm trying to think of my werewolf character. Right, I guess we're going to go back the way we came. Again, I always feel like I'm doing this wrong. I think it's one of the more frustrating kind of like puzzles in the game. I think a lot of people just have to like look up what to do. Okay, but that is that area
No time to
explored. So let's go and see if we can find Cazador. Oh, there's one more thing actually. Hang on, let me just press this button to get out.
Seems simple enough.
So it's not too bad. You do kind of get trapped, but you can get back out again. However, there is a place across here. So I'm going to ungroup Cordia, have her run across here to this second turret.
Yes.
And then I'm going to have Gale press the button again, which is going to lock us in.
I've got
but
a long road
we
ahead.
can now go through this area. Okay. More fancy clothes, we'll take them. Yoink. Anything on the table? Opulent chest, button, silver plate, dried beef sausage, silver plate, nothing too interesting. Anything over here? Oh, I'm encumbered. I'm encumbered by all the fancy clothes that I've stolen. Too many sequins. Hang on, let me just, I don't want to do that actually. Let me just send some of this to like Astarion or something, I guess. Astarion. There we go. I'm no longer encumbered. And Gale, you can also have some fancy clothing. Take the weight off my shoulders. Did I check that wine rack? I did. Treasure chest. We have the counting house safe number 1 key. So we're going to do so much robbery when we get to the bank. I mean, sorry, we have the keys. So, you know, it's like legitimate. More fancy clothes. Oh, body on the floor because, I don't know, casual body, I guess.
But that will fit in my pack.
We can't speak with the dead on it, unfortunately. But we can have a look at this ballroom invitation. Kalera, Lutenist Kalera. So she's the one who invited the other girl. So I guess she wasn't a spawn. You have been recommended to the Tsar Mansion as a musician of both talent and, more importantly, discretion. Signing that NDA. And we have need of both. Consider yourself hired to play at a fete in the mansion ballroom on the first evening of the next 10-day. Dress is reserved rather than ostentatious. I thought it meant like your dress is reserved, but it means like humble, not too fancy. Be prepared to play requests. That's funny. So she was told to dress reserved and she told the other girl to wear her fanciest dress. Maybe they didn't like each other that much. I don't know. But yeah, so not good. I don't know. I don't trust anything too fancy. Anything that's too swanky. Anything where there's too much money. Anything where you have to like, I don't know, like sign NDAs to go to a certain party. To me, it's like Eyes Wide Shut. You know that Eyes Wide Open, Eyes Wide Shut? You know that Nicole Kidman movie? I've never actually watched it, but I know the vibe. Like, I don't know. I don't trust anything that's like too cliquey and too much money, too cliquey. It's like, it screams money cult to me. I don't like it. Right, okay, group. And then Gale, press your button again. Great button. He'd be such a good game host show host assistant, wouldn't he?
Still alive.
He's so good at just standing there looking pretty, pressing buttons. I don't mean to like minimize his obvious talents as a wizard, but if he ever wanted like a secondary career, I think he could be a great like magician's assistant, game show host assistant.
The inscription on this bust reads Shiressa Rune Master. whoever that was.
I'm convinced these are references to old Baldur's Gate games that I just haven't found yet. Okay, so this is Cazador's study. Lower City and Upper City. I think we've read this before, but he just basically talks about like the snobbery of the Upper City. Jars of coagulated blood. Gross. I don't really want to take anything off this desk. I don't trust that it's like good. I don't trust that it's not been like messed with. This seems to be the working notebook used by certain Chamberlain Dufay to plan Cazador's gatherings in the mansion ballroom. Functions are divided into two categories, those for invited guests and those for involuntary guests. The entertainment for the latter category being considerably more sinister than the former. The entertainment for the involuntary guests is considerably more sinister than the invited guests. Okay, I don't really know what the difference was there. Maybe the invited guests are the werewolves? The final handwritten entries below. Master has ordered a special party, a final feast, he said. This will be my ultimate test, but I am prepared, and I'm sure the guests, both invited and involuntary, will be thrilled to participate. And then he faked his own death. So maybe he found something else out. I don't know.
No traps, please.
Maybe he found out like the true. Well, he did say, didn't he, that he didn't want to take Astarian's place. Oh God, mixing up Cazador and Astarian's names, that's blasphemy. Astarian, is there anything else you want to say?
Cazador skulking somewhere beneath us. In this defiled chapel the others mentioned. We just have to find the entrance. Then he'll be mine.
He's got murder on the brain. And so, what's the plan now? Has it changed? I think he's still like, no, murder.
Well, I was thinking first we find Cazador and then we kill Cazador. That's about it, really. We can workshop the details as we go.
I can't imagine anyone else being cast as Astarian other than Neil Newbonis. He is Astarian. Obviously not, like, obviously actor, character, but just the performance of it is just so good. Okay, I don't think I need to ask him anything else. I think we're good. Let's head over here. I love the way he runs.
You stand on a clean metal platform, a beautiful but antiquated elevator. There are some scuffs to show its age, signs of things dragged onto it over the years, but it seems to be in good working order.
What in the hells? I never knew this was here. This was always Cazador's private quarters. Only he ever came in here. Well, him and the unfortunate souls we brought to feed him.
I've just realised, I was going to show you, back in like the second turret, underneath the treasure chest is the trapdoor to like the other part of the dungeon, but we'll look at that another day. Again, there's a lot happening today, so I don't want to like get overwhelmed. Okay. We go. I feel like I want to give Astarian like another hug. We've brought the sacrifice. We've brought the virgin. Kale's like, I'm not a virgin. Okay, Cazador's dungeon. So we do have a waypoint. I can't leave, but I can get other people in. So yeah, I'm probably going to switch out Gale and Will for Shadowheart and Minthara. But before we do, I want to kind of explore a little bit.
What in the hells? I never knew any of this was here.
Yeah, this is a suspicious amount of cages, isn't it? Again, I love the storytelling here of like, Cazador never let Astarian down here. He didn't know that any of this was here. I was waiting to see if he said anything else.
Here we go.
Ooh. This is a bit creepy, man. Okay, we've got another one of those locked doors.
Just like the door to the ballroom upstairs, this door features no keyhole, but does have an indentation for a signet ring.
Right. Press the SAR signet ring into the hollow in the door.
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door opens, assailing you with pungent, musty air.
No offense, historian, but vampires can be very stinky. Smells like a butcher's place. Alright, again, we can explore more because it is possible to kind of like jump down here and go to this under section, but that's something I'm going to leave for another day, just to keep the pace up here. Okay, I'm just watching for a historian commentary because I know he has a lot of comments. Meditations of a Vampire Lord. The Journal of Cazador Star. It records the movements and actions of his spawn with particular attention paid to Astarion. Every order, failure and punishment is recorded with cold calculation. Only the most recent entries seem to betray any emotion. I'm trying thinking how his voice is. A star. Give me a sec. Cazador Star. Cazador Star. Astarion. You. Astarion failed to return from his hunt that night. Godi informed. He will have the pliers ready when the boy shows himself again. Still missing. I ought not to be surprised. The boy has always been troublesome. But to disappear now, when we are all but ready, it is unconscionable, even for him. I'm doing a really bad Cazador Star voice. Some days I do it really well, I just can't get the twang today. I have dispatched the brood. They will find him and bring him home, and when they do, I will make him scream for this. It has been days and he is still missing. No amount of pain has motivated his brothers and sisters to find him. It seems Baldur's Gate has swallowed him whole. So I sound more like Auntie Ethel than anything else. I am searching further afield, but my reach outside the city is limited. In the meantime, the hunt continues here. I feel like he has... I really like Cazador's voice. He also has done the pigeon. If you remember when we went to the Postmaster General's office and they had like the commander pigeon, he also did that voice. He's got like a commander voice, but really peevish.
I am Commander Lightfeather, leader of the finest aerial communication regiment this side of the Chianza.
It's really, really well done. I am searching further afield, but when I reach outside the city, I've read that. Dalira and Petras returned from today's hunt, rushing to report they had seen him in Worm's Crossing. Their tale was fanciful, but they believe it to be true because he has the tadpole, so he can stand in sunlight and things like that. So he has these extra powers. Astarion standing in the sun's light, willing and able to disobey me? Inconceivable. Inconceivable. It's like Princess Bride. It seems he has become more than troublesome. He is now a liability, but he will be brought to heel. He will come home, take his place with the others, and complete his purpose. My spawns fail me. Astarion eludes me. I will have my due. A man too used to getting what he wants, I think. Dick. Okay, so there's a very interesting looking skull with like sunlight beaming onto it, but we'll have a look at that in a sec. Names. Thousands of them. Many of the surnames would be familiar to a Baldurian, although some of those near the beginning of the list are families now who have long disappeared. This is a list of names of people dating back centuries, but continuing right up to the present day. Interesting.
He recorded thousands of names. Were they his victims or something else entirely?
Not sure. Eternal cruelty. For my sins, my soul was made ink and written onto this parchment, where its scroll crawls sleeplessly for eternity unless you free it. I'm gonna get like Gale or somebody to do this. Can we like fireball this thing? I'm scared it's gonna curse us, you know, like anti-ethel stuff. I guess we freed the soul. Good for us.
No one stopped me yet.
Okay. Maybe I should have removed curse on that. I might try that off camera, and if remove curse does something different, I'll put footage in. If not, then nothing different happened. I feel like I made a mistake. Diseases of the blood. Lady Incognita. This is a journal handwritten by a vampire known only as Lady Incognita. So this is the young girl, not Victoria, what was her name? I forgot her name already. The young girl who was writing the diary, and she was kept in the attic, and she was turned into a vampire by Cazador, in which she describes 2 different blood diseases that, if contracted by indigestion of infected blood, might inconvenience a vampire with brief illness. The bulk of the text is depictions of symptoms and diagnosis of red thrombosis and Thandel's paroxysm. Lady Incognita notes that with vampires' superior senses, it's possible to train oneself to recognize infected prey by scent before biting them. Red thrombosis by a piquant, gingery odor, and the paroxysm by sharp astringency. So again, it's the idea of like poisoning your blood. I wonder if that could be useful to us. Power structures of Baldur's Gate. This is a journal of Cazador's thoughts and concerns about the power structures of Baldur's Gate and how the changing balance between the factions affects his own ability to operate in the city without interference or competition. So he's probably like banging people off and stuff. The most recent notes at the end relate to the old problem of 9 Fingers. I love that 9 Fingers is a problem for Cazador and the Guild, and the new concerns about the ambitious young Lord Gortash. Cazador's worries about the Guild revolve around the rise of the brash new criminal kingpin known as the Stone Man. So like the Stone Lord, we've heard about him a few times. He's like encroaching on the Zhentarim and Guild territories. Yeah, sorry about that. My eldest interrupted me asking if I wanted anything from the shop, so if there's like a few hiccups, that's why. Where did I get up to? And what it might mean for the gate's underworld if 9 Fingers is replaced. Meanwhile, the upstart Gortash is fielding prototypes of his steel watchers in the city streets. Are they capable enough to detect and damage Cazador's vampire spawn? I love the idea of like playing everybody off against each other, like all the baddies off against each other. Let me just take that and kind of want to keep hold of that for future reference. Oh, as well, Astarion has something to say about that. I'm just going to put that in now.
Guilds, nobles, politicians. If he controlled even a fraction of these, the city could be his, and no one would ever know.
The Mortal Views, eyewitness accounts of the Balspawn crisis. Basically the Balspawn crisis is the backbone of all the Baldur's Gate games. Like, this is the running theme between all the major storylines of Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and 3, especially if you play as the Dark Urge. The Guild seal on the inside of the cover belongs to a printmaking collective in Baldur's Gate. Of course I remember, knew the second that girl was walking in that she'd be trouble. Little thief, always in everybody's business. And that Ward of Gorion went right along with her. Yeah, this is referencing the original games. Gorion, I'm pretty sure, is the name of your adoptive father in Baldur's Gate 1. No surprise a wicked god's blood was running in his veins. Anonymous Candlekeep. Sarevok, who again is the big bad of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and his lot are always the first ones that come to mind. You know, all this started with a bit of iron in Nashkill. I do know that. That is the quest I have literally just done last night, is like the mines in Nashkill. Everyone thought their weapons would rot out of their hands. Back then I thought the problem was bad trade, never the man for a son of Baal. Armenian mercenary interviewed on his deathbed. You dare speak the name to me? My mistress was turned to ash fighting those forsaken wretches. I curse Baal, I curse Eralyne, and I curse you, hostile vampire, Athkalta slums. The 5 tore Tithir to pieces. I don't think anyone expected more Baal spawns showing up would fix the war that a pack of them started. Then again, they all inclined to killing each other, eh? Good riddance. Here's hoping that the last one of them has been wiped off the face of Faerun. Sara Dusk Merchant retired. So, I wasn't aware of the whole story of the Baal spawn until I watched Mr. Rex's video last night. So Mr. Rex, but it's spelled R-E-X-X, I think. He does a lot of like lore videos about D&D and Baldur's Gate, and he's got a series at the moment about the Dead 3. So he's done Bane. Last night he released Baal, and he's not done Merkel yet, but I really enjoy his videos. And so I learned last night watching his video that in the kind of Forgotten Realm books, basically Baal was destroyed, he was killed and replaced by Cyric. And when this happened, he'd actually planned for this event, a bit like Voldemort and the Horcruxes. So he'd gone around and basically impregnated like loads of women, all different races as well. Like a Baal spawn can be any race. And so basically, it's kind of like Highlander, I think, where the Baal spawn all have to go around and kill each other. And every time, because they've all got a piece of Baal in them, like Horcruxes. So every time a Baal spawn kills another Baal spawn, they get more powerful. And eventually, like, there's only one remaining. And at that point, when they die, Baal will be reborn. So I didn't know a lot. Like, I love the lore in the background. I'm not authorised to be talking about murder with someone like you. Take it up at the Sea Tower, Flaming Fist, if you want to argue. But honestly, who cares if a Baal spawn got it stuck to them? Their father's the killing type after all. Flaming Fist, Gauntlet, Baldur's Gate. Hundreds more interviews follow, most of them terse. Okay, I might just grab that, just so I can reference back to that myself. There's nothing in these kind of scroll things up here. The only thing left to do in this room is have a chat with this little skull. I want to save though. Wish me luck. Give me guidance. You need wisdom for this. I am not very wisdomous. Maybe I should get Shadowheart in here. Should I get Shadowheart to do this? She has got the most wisdom. I think it might be a good plan. I chickened out, okay? Ungroup Dirge, Ungroup Karlach. I want Minthara and Shadowheart. Sorry, Ungroup Lae'zel as well. Shadowheart and Minthara are on the way. Let's get them into Cazador's dungeon. Again, I'm not gonna like cheese the fight. Again, I could even long rest in between if I wanted all my spell slots back. But I just like the idea of like the whole gang coming in for this. And also, it's just strategy, right? Using the people with the powers that you need in a situation. Like we know we're fighting vampires, so we want people who can do radiant damage. So Will can do radiant damage, but I decided to use Minthara because she has the Deva Mace, which potentially can do like 65 damage. It's so much radiant damage. So, you know, she's going to be really useful for this. And she has like 3 attacks per turn sometimes. So, yeah, toss up between Will and Minthara, but I'm taking Minthara. And then Shadowheart as well. Like, I really like that kind of like ring of spirit guardians that she can do. That's also going to come in handy. So that's kind of why I'm going to swap them out. Anyway, I'm chatting too much. I think you need your battle gear on for this, Shadowheart, to be honest. Okay, wish me luck. Let's do this.
On the pillow rests a skull with a scroll clamped in its bony jaws. The skull's empty eye sockets flare with an eldritch gleam. You feel invited somehow to witness the skull's memories. It seems urgent.
By the way, I do need to say, just if you are playing along, if you want a bit of strategy, some tips for this, I would do this after you've fought Cazador, probably, or at least be prepared to have it eat up your inspiration. And now you're probably going to want a lot of inspiration for what happens when you confront Cazador. So do be aware that this can gobble up your inspiration and you might need it. So you've got to weigh out where you want to use that. Anyway, the skull's memories rise and unfold. Let them wash over you. What could go wrong?
This skull is all that remains of the vampire Velioth. He turned Cazador, gave him the gift, and then taught him the rules of vampiric existence.
Maybe I also have the hunger. Concentrate on the memory. What is Velioth's first lesson? So again, this is a wisdom roll. Shadowheart has the best wisdom for me. I can also get her to give herself Owl's wisdom, which is going to give her advantage on wisdom checks. She's got lucky as well, which could come in handy. And then I'm going to go ahead and have, it's a 15. If I give her guidance, because I think there's 3 rolls total. Let's see if we can do it with this. Please give me guidance for this. I've only got 4 to 7 bonus. Yay! Oh, I crashed into my desk. Okay. Success, continue.
Velioth's first lesson is always to dominate. Allow none to be your equal. Velioth recalls when Cazador reached out to a former friend. His punishment was to watch as Velioth drained his friend dry.
Okay, so again, this is why I'm not monetizing this video, because it's got some really serious topics, which I did warn about in the beginning, but I think it's important to talk about them. She says, not remembering what she wanted to say. So this is why I have a real problem with some of the choices that the vampire fangirls kind of make out there. When I say fangirls, obviously boys are doing this too if they're into it, but the idea of like helping Astarion to become a master vampire is obviously the wrong choice, because it's perpetuating the cycle of abuse. It's continuing the problem, because this is really kind of making it clear that Velioth was doing to Cazador what Cazador has done to Astarion. Like, Cazador was also the victim of the same kind of abuse, and this is what happens in real life as well. Like, a lot of people who go on to abuse people were themselves abused. So yeah, it's so obviously the wrong choice to have Astarion kind of like take over Cazador's power. So just as a kind of precursor to what we're going into, yeah, hi, got my orange. It's not even blood orange, see? Not a vampire. Okay. Velioth recalls when Cazador reached out to a former friend. Right, okay. Okay. Concentrate on the memory. What is Velioth's second lesson? It's like cruelty begets cruelty, isn't it? Guidance? Okay, we did it.
Velioth's second lesson is that power comes from solitude. To share with others is to be weak, and to be weak is to fail and die. Velioth recalls when Cazador rebelled against him. Cazador suffered 11 years of impalement because he failed.
Okay, excuse me, sorry. Sorry. So again, this is why the cycles repeat, because these are the lessons that were passed on to Cazador. Cazador has passed on these lessons to Astarion. This explains why Astarion has those walls up, how he doesn't let people close, why he manipulates people, because to have friends is seen as a weakness. This is what he's been taught. You know, he has been the rivalry between the spawn was not accidental, it was encouraged. And this is what happens with See You Later Tobies as well. Like, they keep everybody in competition because, like, the fear of each other backstabbing each other, because it stops them creating bonds. Because if a community bonds together, it's easier to stand up against a leader, right? If you have everybody infighting, I keep saying this, it's like politics as well. If you, like, men versus women, you know, they kind of, they want everybody fighting amongst themselves because then they're not punching up. Anyway, concentrate, and that as well, where he was punished because he failed to like in his rebellion, not because he did the rebellion. It's like that was expected. The fact that he failed was the thing to be punished. It's like you were weak, you weren't strong enough. Concentrate on the memory. What is Velios' third lesson? We got this. Give me guidance. Yeah, I think we've got it. 3 + 1 from the guidance. Yeah, okay.
Velios' third lesson is to act not in haste. A near immortal has time to plan. Time to act only when others will pay the price of action. Velios recalls Cazador, his lessons learned, killing him in the rite of perfect slaughter. How they both laughed. Velios recalls Cazador boiling the flesh from his skull, and then, to mock him, clamping his schooling scroll in Velios' jaws. The skull's eyes flash a final time, and its jaws sag open. The scroll with all of Cazador's rituals is yours. Velios is no more.
Even his precious rules.
He stole everything, even his precious rules. Yeah, so Cazador was effectively groomed by Velios. You know, he raised him in his own image, not in a biblical way, but in an Antichrist kind of way, I guess, where he was a monster who created a monster. You know, he encouraged that kind of behavior. You know, it says like how they laughed as Cazador eventually killed him. He's kind of like, he knew this would happen. This is the way it is, you know. The student is eventually going to kill the master, so eventually Astarion is going to kill Cazador. I feel like Cazador knows this. So yeah, let me send that over to Cordia, and we'll have Cordia have a read of that.
Well, it ends not as bad as it could have.
The Black Mass Scroll. So this is what Cazador's planning, basically. Unfurling the scroll reveals a list of foul rites and rituals detailing all the ways death can be turned to one's advantage, or simply made more interesting. The rite of perfect slaughter, the liturgy of the dead, the sacrament of the damned, and many more strange accursed rituals cover the parchment. The final entry, however, is familiar. The rite of profane ascension. Again, going back to, depending on how you want to play it, there's no right or wrong way to play the game, right? But I believe the whole point of Baldur's Gate is not to succumb to the dark powers that are trying to control our companions. The whole point of the game is that every companion has a tyrant that has mistreated them in some way, and the point of it is to overcome them and to be better than the thing that created them. And so everyone has the opportunity to seize power for themselves, or to take over from the tyrant that's abused them and become that thing themselves. I think that's the bad choice. And again, there's no right or wrong way to play the game. If you want to play, what's happening? Battery power 5%. There we go. If you want to play the game and choose the evil choices, that's up to you. But I think it's hurting the characters. So if you love the characters, I think what's best for them is to to overcome, right? To have that redemption arc, so to speak. But yeah, this is basically where Astarion has his choice. Does he become the thing he hates, or does he become something better? O piteous dead, O ravenous dead, immortality is your gift, but darkness is your prison and hunger its jailer. Immortality is your gift, but darkness is your prison and hunger its jailer. It's like a gift with a huge cost. The rite of profane ascension will release you. Walk in the sun, suffer no more from hunger, grow your power beyond anything you imagine. So basically what the tadpole has given to Astarion. A pact that has been made with the Lord of Hellfire. Ooh, what, Asmodeus? Deliver unto him 7,000 souls, each bearing an infernal mark, and you shall be free of your chains. You shall know true power. So Cazador's basically making a deal with the devils. Deliver the souls, speak the words, Ecce Dominus has animas, offero in sacrificia, nunc volo postestatum querum politicius es militi. I could try and decipher that. I did get a first in classical Latin. I do not wish, I don't know postratum, but politics and oh, is it mihi? To me. I don't know. Something politics to me. I don't know. Why is infernal always Latin? Someone explain this to me. I guess because Bible, right? I don't know. By like, who knows? Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, he's made a deal with the devil, and because the devils love souls, you know, and 7,000 people have been given the mark that Astarion has on his back and are going to be consumed and killed as sacrifices to the devils so that Cazador can ascend. So the cost of ascension is 7,000 souls. You probably got that straight away, but I explained it badly. Astarion?
This is all so grand.
That's what you're thinking about.
To think, it was just sitting here, lurking under the floor.
Do you think he built this dungeon for the ritual?
I don't know. It feels older than that. Who knows how old? But Cazador will want a grand space for his ascension. A venue like this feels perfect. Now we just need to see what lies at the heart of this place.
Okay. I love, again, like, just the details of the creation of the game, the sound quality, the audio here, because in my headphones especially, Astarion's voice was super echoey there, but it sounded really, like, empty. You know, like, the echoey voice in a big space. And I think it just emphasizes subconsciously that idea of, like, the cost of power is to be alone, which is what kind of we just heard. Okay, let's keep going. Again, there's more to explore, but this is going to be a long video anyway. And I do want to confront Cazador. Okay. Okay, so I can hear voices. I've got my reinforcements. I'm going to just be a little bit fiddly here because I've had a bit of a problem that I'm going to try and see if I can get around. If I ungroup... Wait, what have I just done? Ungroup Cordia. And I'm gonna have to remember to put this back on her, but for a second I need to take off the Blood of Lathander because I don't want her to be like doing any radiant damage to this next section.
Ominous yet austere. This place has its charms.
We're both learning a lot. Cazador kept this place all to himself.
I do not blame him. It is not the sort of place servants or spawn should sully with their presence.
No tact. Hit Astarion where it hurts, Minthara, why don't you? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go through this next door.
Just like the door to the ballroom upstairs, This door features no keyhole, but does have an indentation for a signet ring.
Press the star signet ring to the hollow in the door.
The ring slots perfectly into place, and the door opens, assailing you with pungent, musty air.
I like, do you know what, the red suit's Cordia. I normally have her in like the blues and the silvers because she's kind of blue and silvery, but she has that red eye, and so like she has one red eye and one blue eye because of Bolo's eye, so the kind of red kind of actually suits her as well. Okay, so in here we have prisoners, and some of those prisoners are the Gur children. But I've had a bit of trouble where I haven't been able to talk to them. So I'm hoping... Yeah, I don't know why I can't talk to them at the moment.
So, what do we do when that tall...
Why is it like this?
I get his legs.
Because I know I've talked to them in the past. I don't know what the problem is with them at the moment. Let me stand up.
Hollow-eyed faces stare out of the cells. Some meet your
No,
eyes,
damn
but
it!
most look away. There's an almost physical stink of decay and neglect.
Please.
Okay, no, I need to reload. I don't know how to get the kids to talk. I don't know why I can't talk to the kids at the moment, because I've definitely spoke to them in the past. They're like really hungry and really angry. But it's blocking me out of some of the Gur storyline, because it's like Astarion's not acknowledging them, or the game's not letting me acknowledge them. I don't know if that's some sort of bug. It's really frustrating to me though. Oh no, it is here. Look, we met a tribe of Gur people. Their leader Ulna told us that a vampire called Cazador had been killing their people and kidnapping their children. She asked it. We have got the quest. Is there a bug? I need to Google it. So people on Reddit, a number of different people are saying click on the gate. So I guess I can try that. But yeah, it does seem to be a bit of a problem. I hate running into problems when I'm recording because I only have so much recording time and like obviously like storage space on my computer and phone. So like running into problems like this is really frustrating. Okay. So come on, Astarion.
It's all right. Our parents will come for us.
I really want to talk to them.
Of course, I'm sure. And once we're free... Hey! Hey, you! Come closer.
Oh, God. It can't be.
It is you. I knew it. I'll kill you. Once I get out of here, I'll kill you!
Like, valid anger. Valid angry little kids. I'm not going to call it the Monster Hunter camp. I'm going to say, you're the children from the Gur camp. Wait, you're the children from the Gur camp?
Camp. Monster hunters. The Gur camp. Oh gods! My parents' camp! Chessa, focus! Resist the beast inside you. You promised! It's your fault. You did this to us. Didn't he tell you? He's the one that kidnapped us. He's the reason we're spawns. I'll kill you!
Yes. Now that you mention it, I may have done that. Don't look at me like that. Cazador's orders. Quite the deviation from my usual routine, of course. Capture, not lure. I didn't bring them in with sweet rolls or anything.
Doesn't make it better.
I really forgot about them. Felt nothing the moment I handed them over to him. Oh.
So, again, I really wanted to get this scene because I found it very important in terms of Astarion is a monster. He has done horrible things. Although he did think that they were going to be it doesn't make it better, but he did think they were just going to be killed. He didn't realize they were going to be turned into spawn and kept alive and starving for an extended length of time. So it's worse than he thought it was going to be. Not that that makes it okay. And I think it's really, really important. A bit like, you know, someone's like an addict, like, and they have to admit to the things that they've done and take ownership and accountability for that. It's a similar thing for Astarion. It's like, this feels bad, but it's really important that you allow yourself to feel those bad things, because those turning off the feelings and doing these things robotically it makes you not human, right? But actually feeling that sadness and that guilt and that repentance is good for the soul, right? It's okay to feel bad things when you've done something bad. You know, even though it feels horrible, it's part of the process of, yeah, like taking accountability and being a better person. And so Astarion being kind of stunned there, where he was saying, I forgot about them. I felt nothing when I handed them over to him. And clearly looking sad and ashamed about that, you know, is really important for Astarion's redemption arc, I think. Astarion, we promised their parents that we'd save them.
Parents? You've seen my parents?
Yeah, again, Astarion thought they were dead. Like, when we were having that conversation with the girl, he was like, they're not going to be alive. We can say awful things, better off without you now that I've seen what you've become. So horrible, because it's like putting the blame on them when they're victims. Yes, they're looking for you. It's like, give them hope.
I miss them. I think. Or perhaps it's the hunger. Oh, I don't know. It's so hard to tell. You should go. Leave us here. We shouldn't be out there. We'd hurt our families.
Never give up hope. I'm a cleric of Illustory. Never give up hope. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Again, like, she was a child wrestling with some really dark shit, being a drow, growing up in the Underdark in Menzoberranzan. Like, that was a tough life where horrific things were happening around her. And she was shielded and protected from a lot of that in her backstory, but she's still a drow. They're still fighting within families and stuff like that. Yeah. So she kind of knows, and Astarion as well. Like, yeah, I like that. Never give up hope. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about.
Behind the exhaustion, starvation, and fear, recognition stirs in her eyes. And with it, hope.
You really mean it? Cazador's got this stuff. It controls the doors. If you get it, you can set everyone free. If you get it, somehow.
All right. I will free you once I have the staff.
Good luck. If you fail, well, I suppose we'll be seeing you again in here.
Maybe. I don't think we need to tell them about the whole purpose of the ritual right now. Okay, I think we can probably stand up.
Approaching the cells, you're met with hollow-eyed faces. There's an almost physical stink of decay and neglect.
Gods, these poor people.
Ugh, disgusting. Cazador never fed on wretches like this. How did they get here? What is Cazador doing with them? My brethren spoke nothing of this.
You. I know you. You're the one from the tavern. You smiled and joked and got me drunk.
No. You're dead.
You called me so many sweet things. My name sounded like a lyric on your tongue.
Sebastian.
You remember me?
You were handsome. Shy. You'd never been kissed.
You taught me how. And then you destroyed me.
It can't be.
Beneath the dirt and blood, you notice that every prisoner has a rune carved into their flesh.
I've got so much to say again. So again, to those people who are like, oh, vampire romance, I'll be the special one that the vampire falls in love with. No, Astarion makes it really clear from the start that he's manipulating you so that he can stay safe, like safety in numbers. He says it himself. I'll stick with the herd. Like, he is a cold, ruthless, manipulative vampire spawn. And to those people who are like, oh, I'm going to be different, I'm going to be the special one. No, you're going to end up like Sebastian or dead. Like, and again, I'm doing that right now, right? With Cordia, like we're having the relationship building thing, which I get, right? But I think I don't find it appropriate or right to romance Astarion really up until this moment, because this is, and again, I'm using mods to kind of manipulate it a little bit as we go. Like, he needs a friend first, he needs an ally, he needs someone who is not interested in like sex, right? He needs somebody who's not getting anything out of the relationship other than that they like Astarion for Astarion. I don't know, I take it really seriously. I just love the storytelling and it really engrosses me. Look at the symbols. Now I want to ask, Astarion, who is he?
It's not just him. I know so many of these faces. They're my conquests. I pursued them, seduced them, and brought them to Cazador. He told us he was feeding on them, but he turned them to spawn. He turned every last one, so we'd have souls for this cursed ritual.
7,000.
How long?
What?
How long have I been down here?
Let Astarion answer.
170 years. You were one of my first.
My family. My friends. They're gone. You took them from me. You took everything from me.
Again, like the clear guilt that Astarion's having, that wrestling with his consciousness he's having now, like the pain he's feeling is all good for him, because I think a lot of people, when you love someone, you don't want them to feel bad emotions. Like, you don't want them to be sad, you don't want them to be hurt. But if you can like mollycoddle someone too much and tell them they're always right, then they're going to become a monster. Like, understanding that if you love someone, sometimes you have to let them go through it, but be there for them and support them and help them come out the other side. Like, it makes them human, it makes them have empathy, it makes them have ownership. So this for me is such an important moment for Astarion, because it's like he's seen himself really clearly and he's seen what he's done really clearly, and he regrets it and he feels guilt, and is good. So yeah, And the thing as well about, again, like that thing about like, if you go to AA meetings or you have an addiction and you start to overcome it and you start to take the steps, some of those steps are taking ownership, taking accountability, and apologizing to the people you've hurt. And like, I've never done this, like, even though I've kind of wrestled with liking a drink a bit too much at times. Currently I'm pretty healthy, I think. Like that slope is a slope that I could have gone down. But I believe that, you know, when people are doing this, when people are doing the thing of like making amends and apologizing and that taking ownership process, not expecting the person to forgive you is also important, because if they're angry, they're entitled to be angry, you know, and like accepting that somebody's angry with you is difficult, but also part of that process. Anyway, persuasion will set you free. Eagle Splendor, take it. Guidance, give me guidance. Again, I don't want to use a pull my inspiration. We did it. Okay. 28.
Free. We'll never be free while that monster lives.
That's why we're here. To destroy Cazador.
You can't. It's not possible.
Watch me. Mwah! We'll find a way.
And then? What happens to us?
Well, that depends. Can you control your hunger?
I don't know. It's all I've ever felt.
Trust me when I say I know the feeling, but you can resist the urge.
Whatever you do, just do it quickly. I can't go on waiting.
We'll be back. You have my word.
We're all hungry, Vanya.
Okay, again, love that moment for Astarion, because I think it's just so important to his character.
Swift as my feet can carry
like
me.
his character development. Okay.
We'll just try.
Gods above. He kept Sebastian. The children, I can understand, leverage against their parents, but Sebastian, I feel ill. All the fools and villains who ever fell for my ploys, they're here.
I guess it's easier if they're gone, right? Like, not staring at you. Because again, that being in the presence of the people you've hurt is that forced accountability kind of thing. We're not excusing what he's done by like giving him an opportunity to play victim. Astarion, if what you've told me is true, that's a colossal sum of souls.
There's only one reason they'd all still be here. He must need them for the ritual. Each of the 7, we must have brought in 1,000 over the decades.
7,000.
They're all lambs for his slaughter. And if I was to take his place, they'd all die by my hand.
What's that now?
Everyone, whoever trusted me enough to let down their guard, innocents, idiots, and the unlucky. It doesn't matter. I will need to sacrifice them all if I want to perform the ritual.
So the fact that he's even considering it, the fact that his default is, no, I'm going to seize the power. Because again, it's that feeling of like, if I seize the power and I become the big bad evil guy, no one can hurt me. Forgetting the whole thing about somebody's eventually going to overthrow you as well, because you're going to be the cruel one. She's going to go, Astarion, you can save them.
What's the point? They're as good as dead. I thought they were dead.
You promised the girl.
If they are unleashed, They will cause incredible carnage. They will be ravenous. They must die. Better they serve a purpose.
Well, maybe we could, you know, employ them in some kind of rat clearing business, you know? I'm sure there's a way to feed them without doing bad things. This one's silly. In the moment they die, they will hate you as much as they hate him. You will never forget that. It's a good point, but I'm gonna go for the top one. But we didn't go to the clearing in the forest because I wasn't romancing at that point. But we did sleep with him in the Sharessa's Caress because he volunteered it. So I like to. There's still hope for them. You got out, you got better. But I think this is a good one for him to say, you could have done that to me, you know? In another life, you'd have led me to this crypt.
Gods, I can't say you're wrong. I can only say I'm so glad we didn't meet then. I don't even want to think what would have happened to you.
Pick me, girl. I'm the special one. Okay. Don't avoid it. Face it. I like this. Don't avoid it. Face it. You would have killed me. I like this one. Many of these people are just fools like me who wanted to love you.
Many of them are petty criminals, street drunkards, and brothel goers. But from time to time, there was a Sebastian.
So yeah, so he actually liked Sebastian.
Yours neither.
Because he was probably not that experienced himself when he was taken. He was a young magistrate, right? So he might not have had that many experiences either. He might have like actually been interested in Sebastian. If he'd never been made a spawn, maybe him and Sebastian would have ended up together. Say my name, Sebastian! Okay, so I'm going to leave Gale and Will back there as backup. And I'm going to bring in Shadowheart and Minthara into Team Slay Cazador.
Our parents will come to us.
This could be a really, really, really bad situation. This is one of the most hardest fights in the game. And so this could go really, really, really badly wrong. I'm not gonna lie. So let's try and prepare a little bit. I need to give myself the Blood of the Thunder back. What did I do with it? Did I give it Shadowheart or someone? Yeah, okay. Give that back to Cordia, because the light of that is going to disrupt a lot of the baddies that we're going to go and fight, because the Thunder's light sheds a holy light in a 6 meter radius. In combat, fiends, undead standing in the light are blinded unless they succeed at Constitution saving throw. So that's going to give us a little bit of an advantage. What else do I want to do? How do I want to handle this? Let's be smart. We've also got, because Shadowheart is level 6 now, she can summon her Deva, which is also going to be able to do radiant damage. So this is putting another body in that fight, because the Deva can do up to 42 damage, and most of that is radiant, 4d8 of radiant damage. So that's going to come in handy because we're going to fight a vampire. I'm also going to have Astarion grab his Shadow Lantern. It does shine a bit of a light. Moon Shield Aura. What does that actually do? Protected by the light of the Moon Lantern, the Shadow Curse does not affect this entity. Well, it's not really going to help, but I don't know. I like that it's light. I like that Astarion's going in there with light, you know, into a very dark place. But I am going to summon the Shadow Wraith if I can find him. Where is that Shadow Wraith? Hang on, let me go to his spellbook. Common. Here we go. No, that's not what I want to be on. That's cantrips. Custom. Because again, the more the merrier when it comes to this light.
No one back home will ever believe this.
I think we're good. I think we're set. Okay. I'm going to have Shadowheart and Minthara continue to crouch. I might also have the Deva Crouch, because hopefully they won't get drawn straight into combat, and I'll have the opportunity to kind of position them before combat starts. Also, what I also want to do is have everybody take a Elixir of Vigilance. I think Astarian's going to be okay because he always rolls high in initiative, but everybody else, I don't want to be coming in super low on initiative. We really want to get the jump on everybody here. So that's going to give us a decent start to this battle. Okay, I think I'm ready. Save. All right, wish me luck. I do have Gale and Will in the background, just in case everything goes wrong. But let's try and do it the way this fight's meant to be done, with 4 people. Jingle jangling down the stairs. Wait, why have I got Minthara? This is what happens when you're playing with 2 drow.
On my mind, and well, in it.
Okay, so here he is. And this is what we're walking into. We've got Fallen Gur Hunters. Oh, so this is what the Gur turn into? Chatterty.
I have worked too long on this ritual to have that brat spoil it now.
And yeah, it looks like there's Leon, that's the dad of Victoria, the little girl. We've got werewolves, we've got bats. Booby warning, I have got the nudity sensor on.
Walk in the sun, Master will lead us. To abandon me! To abandon his family! Now, wretched.
Oh, we've made him upset. We've made him mad. I need to save again. I'm so nervous. And then we'll get in. Then we'll do it. I'm scared. Have I remembered to do everything I needed to do? I don't know. Has everybody got Longstrider? Yes, they have. Okay. Wish me luck.
Who stands before us? Is this truly our prodigal son?
Again, great voice acting.
Do not slouch before me, boy. Have you no respect for yourself? Look at you, crawling back after abandoning your family. You should be begging our forgiveness.
You know, as somebody who runs D&D sessions, like, creating a baddie that everybody fucking hates, it's quite hard. You tend to, as you're creating characters, you tend to get a soft spot for them, and then you start, like, making them quite likable. It's quite hard to make somebody as despised as Cazador. Anyway, you should be begging our forgiveness after everything you've done to him. We're gonna let Astarian speak for himself, right? I feel like he's angry. This is his moment. Like, I'm not speaking for him.
Forgiveness? You've never forgiven anything. Every mistake, every slip was punished.
I strove for perfection in all things, even those as imperfect as you.
That's bad parenting.
A pity you amounted to so little, despite my efforts.
No! No. Fuck you. And fuck everything you've ever done to me!
Keep going, Astarian. Go on. You're doing well.
They told me you had changed. I dared not believe it. Oh, thankless child.
Gaslighting.
Did I not bless you with our immortal gift? Did I not make you what you are?
You son of a bitch.
You truly forgot my power. You truly thought our bond as creator and creation was all that stopped you from killing me? Oh, you are weak, my child. You are a small, pathetic little boy who never amounted to anything. But today, you will finally do something worthwhile. You will burn, and I will ascend.
witness the birth of the Vampire Ascendant! Ecce Dominus!
I get to go first. Sweet! Okay, everybody else is not in initiative yet. That is perfect. Okay. Alright, we're gonna be okay.
With the right footwork,
so
we could steal that power for ourselves.
What was that? What are you saying back there? With the right footwork, we could steal that power for ourselves. Shadowheart! We're not... Just because you stood next to Minthara doesn't mean you have to say shit that's going to try and impress her. Okay, this is serious. Like, Astarion can die. I don't know how many turns it takes, but if you don't stop Cazador and get Astarion out of this, he will die permanently. Like, Astarion gone from the game. This is a really difficult fight because all these fallen girl hunters, they have this kind of like aura that can make you miss turns. So really we need to do as much as we can on this first turn and destroy Cazador before he can do any harm. So the priority is getting Astarion out of this so he doesn't die. And so I'm going to go ahead and think about this for a second. Right.
Veiled in shadow.
So I'm going to have Minthara move forward.
What now?
I'm going to have Cordia come back here.
Time to press ahead.
Shit. And we're going to drop a potion of speed. I'm a bit worried that this is going to bring them into initiative, but we'll see how it goes. Drop item. So I'm going to move this in between us all. Can I move closer? I'm going to have the Raven come and break this potion of speed, and hopefully that's going to make us all, give us all haste. Oh, just the fucking bird got it! That's not what I want to happen. The problem is if I get the, not the fucking bird.
Do not distract me.
What am I doing?
So much for peace.
If I get anyone else to break this, they're gonna get brought into initiative. Am I about to make the same stupid mistake again? Possibly. Oh, he's in initiative. I can't use him. I've got the Deva. Okay, let's do it with the Deva. Okay. Okay. Minthara and Shadowheart are not in initiative yet. Perfect. Right, okay. And I'm hastened. Okay. Okay. So I am going to, with my bonus action, Misty Step. What do you mean not enough space? Okay. Distance spell. I'm going to Misty Step to Astarion.
And away I go.
Okay. Then, hopefully this is going to work because I can touch him to help him. But I'm going to try and Dimension Door. I'm actually going to use a scroll. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm going to use Dimension Door on Astarion. And I'm going to teleport you as far back as I can. Wait, why is Astarion still in the thing? Oh, I'm going to have to help him, aren't I? I thought that would have broke him out of the thing. That's fine. I've got him where I want him. Okay.
Well played.
I wish I had another action.
I still have power enough to rend the flesh from your bones.
Yeah, I wish... I wish I had another action. I wish that had worked and I hadn't had to use that second action to help Astarion. I wish the Dimension Door would have broke him out because then I would have gone in with a attack on a Cazador, but it's okay. I've got Astarion where I need him. Okay, can I move back further? I think this is a good place to stay. Okay. Cazador's next. But before he takes his turn, let's go in with...
Cunning.
Let's get Minthara to do a sunbeam. Shadowheart, not you. Ungroup. Shadowheart.
What's next, I wonder?
Move back.
I see a way.
None shall see me.
Scroll of Sunbeam. Cast spell. Ideally, I want to get him and him in it. But for now, I'm just going to go for Cazador. We only did 15 damage on him. That's okay. Okay, I'm going in. I am going to go in with... I'm going to save my Misty Step so I can get back. Minthara. Go and... Oh, I can't hit him. I can action surge. I can action surge. Okay. Oh, I can sunbeam again. I think Divine Smite's going to be better. Come on.
By my
hit him. Oh, excuse me. Okay, look at the Far Realms. Go. How much damage did she do? That looked like a lot. 49 and 43 radiant damage. Okay. Again. High defense. Just do it. Oh, I should have took the advantage. Okay, that's fine though, because I'm gonna Misty Step back and stay here. Okay. I'm thinking I'm gonna get like a Globe of Invulnerability up possibly, but I need to wait for somebody's turn to do it. Maybe Astarion. Okay.
Another fight. Let's go.
I've got a Shadowheart still. 5. Don't miss. Don't miss. Okay. Oh, do you know she lost? Oh, they lost the Potion of Speed because they weren't in initiative. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm making mistakes. Damn it. Okay. We're okay. We've got this. How much damage has he taken? He's halfway down. Oh, she's in initiative. I can't do anything. Okay. Let me see how this goes. Call Lightning. Counter spell! Psionic Backlash. Reroll with advantage.
A little help, please.
If you will not partake in the ritual, your corpse will.
Counter spell didn't work. Oh, this is going badly. Okay, I am gonna get up a Globe of Invulnerability. Cast spell. We need to protect our buddies here. I've still got the Deva. Oh no, the Deva's taking his turn. Okay, we're in the Globe of Invulnerability. No one can hurt us now. This is Cazador here. He's turned into a mist to try and stay safe. Astarion's now concentrating on the globe, so all I can really do maybe is just hit him like that. Oh, it was a critical hit. How much damage was that? That felt like a lot of damage. Good job, Astarion. I didn't think that was going to do that much. Latest. He's lost his concentration on something. On Quickening Incantation. Cazador... Oh, Quickening Incantation. Sneak attack, critical hit. I don't know, I can't even see where that hit is. Here we go. 16, 28. It doesn't seem that much. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. Let's see if we can do Dissonant Whispers on him. No, high defense. Let's do... What do I want him to do? like hide, maybe? And then we should probably take some healing. Supreme healing. There we go. Okay. We're okay. Hide. I think I unhid. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm panicking. Oh my goodness. Okay. Can you actually fly to where Cazador is? You can. Perfect. Yeah, get up close and personal with him. Sweet. Oh, but I used his turn to break the potion of speed. No. Okay, never mind. We're doing what we can. What if I sanctuary the Deva? Oh, I know, because... Yeah. No. Okay, she does need to heal. I think it's probably a good idea to just heal, right? Okay, let's see how this goes. I hate these things. But they're going to dash, so they're not going to damage us on this turn. My worry is that the stench is going to make us miss a turn if they get too close. But I think I'm far back enough that we've got one more turn. Yeah, they don't like Lathander's light. They're all going to the Deva. I'm sorry, Deva. You're an angel, you'll be fine. You can take this. Okay, so I've got my shadow. Let's see if my shadow can attack this guy. Necrotic Claws or Strength Drain. Let's just go in with Necrotic Claws. He did something. He helped a bit, and he's actually in the dome, just. He's got like a toe in it, so he's also invulnerable. So I'll just leave him where he is now. Okay. We might have this. It might be okay. Because Cordia gets to go again before Cazador does. I just have to make sure I'm not in that stench. Take out this bat, I guess. Or blind this guy. Yeah, blind this guy. Thanks, Burb. Cool. Okay. The werewolves are going for the Deva. It's okay, it's okay. The Deva, if he dies, goes back to the, like, angel realms. He's gonna be okay. The celestial realms. Yeah, they're all dashing. This is why I wanted to get, like, far back. Okay. This guy is a bit of a worry. Bye. Oh, you did it on the shadow. I'm glad he didn't do it on any of my, like, my main players. Okay. What am I concentrating on? Eagle Splendor. I don't need that. Okay, we're gonna go in with Sunbeam as well. I am going to... Because these are all in a really nice line. This is what I'm thinking. And then there's Cazador. So if I can get... Without losing an action, this is the problem. If I can get here... Maybe I'm going to use my Misty Step. Right, Misty Step to here. I don't want to be in melee with that werewolf though. And I don't want to hit the Deva. I'm just trying to line it up in a way where I'm not going to hit the Deva. Sorry, reverberation damage on him. Okay, let's get Sunbeam again. Wait, don't I have Sunbeam? I feel like I've got Sunbeam because I've got like the Lathander thing. Don't I? I have got scrolls of Sunbeam. Sorry that I'm faffing. Yeah, I've got Sunbeam. Look. Why isn't it letting me grab it? Custom. Sunbeam. There. My UI is a bit balked from my mods. Okay, Sunbeam. Let's go. Let's try not to hit the Deva, but I do want to hit Cazador. Am I hitting Cazador with this? I hope so. Yes! He is looking rough. 15 hit points. Perfect. Okay. I can go again. So I can only cast Sunbeam once, but that's fine. I'll go to my scrolls. Actually, I think they're here, right? Items. Yeah, Sunbeam. Okay, cast Sunbeam again. Again, I want to miss Cazador. Many of these like werewolves. No, sorry, miss the Deva, but get Cazador and as many of the werewolves as I can. There we go. This is a long video. I think Cazador's dead. I think we killed Cazador. He actually goes inside here into his sarcophagus for healing. So I would love to get back into the dome without losing my actions. Forward. Pray for me. No! Okay. I'm in the dome. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm fine. This is going well. So we've taken Cazador down and stopped the ritual. Now we just have to deal with this onslaught of other baddies that are turning up. Okay. Minthara. She doesn't have Sunbeam anymore, but that's okay. I think we should probably go for this guy next if we can. So I'm gonna have her leave the safety of the dome. And we're gonna try and take this guy out. 95% chance, let's go. That was decent. 44 hit points remaining. Obsessed with her. The Deva mace, if you can get it. I showed you how in the last video. Just overpowered. Okay. And now I reckon if I have her back up to about here.
Taking up position.
Because everything's gone over here. Everything's gonna have to dash if they want to get to her. So I think she's gonna be relatively safe back there. Okay. Deva. Boop the bad boy. Good job. I can't really move him because they'll get an attack of opportunity on him, so. Okay, next up. Shadowheart, could you please do Spirit Guardians at the highest level you possibly can? So it's going to be level 5 Spirit Guardians. Oh, I guess it's always... There we go. And then we can start just kind of like running around. Wait, did that not work? Oh, fuck, I forgot it doesn't work when you're under the globe of invulnerability. God damn it, that's really annoying. Okay, just heal everybody a little bit. That's really annoying that that happens. I don't know why you can't cast it when you're under the globe. I always forget about that though. We're gonna be okay, we're gonna be fine. Okay. Have I got advantage on anyone? That boy there, go. He only had 2 hit points. And then, do you know what? Do we want to go in with... Hang on, can I go again? Does he get 2 attacks? He does get 2 attacks. Let's go with a trip attack on Predator Werewolf. Nice. And then we'll go in with... We could Bane everybody. With a penalty to attack rolls. I don't really like Bane. Let's get another potion of speed. Can I get anyone else with this potion of speed? Probably. If I get here, I might be able to get all 3 of us. Okay, and then we'll use our offhand attack to smash that. Smash that all on the floor. Did everybody get it? Did Minthara get it? I don't know. Okay, and then we keep going. Let's go in with maybe a good old arrow of ice, and then a couple of these guys might trip. Okay. We can go again. So anyone who's like really low on hit points, who's this person? Go for that one. Frightened, good, can't move closer. Is that all my attacks? And then Dissonant Whispers on this guy. Didn't work. It's fine. Let's not worry. Can I just actually check? Did Minthara get hastened?
I thirst for combat.
No. Did Shadowheart get hastened? She did. Can I cancel and turn? Yay! Okay, I can try that again. So if I go here and I actually get out of the globe of invulnerability, now I should be able to do Spirit Guardians. Which is really good for taking down the birds, except for this one because it's invulnerable. And I could also start to get closer to these guys and start doing damage on them. Okay. God, they're invulnerable though because they're in the bloody thing. Okay, do you know what? Let's go and get those bats. Protect the Dava a little bit. Okay.
Let's spill some blood.
Cordia as well might get another turn.
Survival is all that matters.
No, she didn't get it. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, I don't know if I'm explaining what I'm trying to do here very well. I'm kind of... It's a really difficult fight. Okay. Blinded by Lathander's light. Nice. Okay. Again, Spirit Guardians is really good here. He got my globe of invulnerability down. No! I knew it was a chance that was going to go down, but it's fine. Oh, he died in the Spirit Guardians. Okay. Cordia. We need to start taking these guys out, I think. Move back without getting an opportunity attack. And then if I go about, again, I'm just really trying to stay out of that stink. If I go about here, I reckon I can get a nice little row of them along here. Try not to get a Shadowheart or Minthara. Sorry, Astarion. Okay. And then I'm gonna go... Then I'm gonna go here.
With haste.
And try that again. On a bit of a different angle. No, I'm getting a star in there. Go. No. Go. Okay. Not too bad. I'm going to try and keep Cordia up with... Oh no, because then I'll lose concentration on Moonbeam. Do you know what? Heal. Okay. Cool. Heal, and then... I don't know, can we get her into... the Spirit Guardians? Let's move up towards that. Okay.
Unleash me.
Minthara. Back in the game. Jump to here.
To what end?
The jump is so overpowered. And yeah, start hitting. We've got this now, I think. I didn't need to use Divine Strike there, I feel. Can we shoot him? Yeah. Okay. Boop. Okay. Yeah, move back. He's gonna get a hit on us, it's okay. Let's get into Spirit Guardians. Okay.
Talk to me.
We can take those down. Number 1. Number 2. Okay. And then what have we got left? Where are all these other bats? Oh, they're going to come towards us in a second. Okay, come back over here to protect from the bats. Okay. And then let's try a guiding bolt on this guy. Nice! Good job, Shadowheart. Another guiding bolt. Let's go at a higher level.
Let's make this quick.
Not too bad. She's not egg missing. At least that's a start. And heal Minthara. Okay, cool. We're doing okay. Go and hit that guy. Nice. I probably don't want to get the shadow in the light, so I'll just have him hang out there. If I do have him go into darkness, though, he turns invisible at the end of his turn. It's pretty cool. Okay. Astarion, I think, missed his turn because he's nauseous, which isn't great. Which means everything on him is a critical hit. He's kind of paralyzed. Yeah, he's paralyzed. he's trying to detect the shadow. Okay. So hopefully the bats are going to go for Shadow Heart. Not bad. Okay. Mithara. I want you to go for the biggest threat, which is currently this ghoul. So shoot your arrow at him. Sweet! And then it's just the bats. So if I get Shadow Heart, let's move towards them. We've done it! Yay! Okay. Everybody's lethargic though. Okay. Regroup. How are we all doing, fam? Come on, Astarion. I'm gonna short rest.
That helped.
Not now! Not when Cazador's finally mine! Hurry to his coffin! It's time to end this.
I'm quite happy with how that went, to be honest. Yeah, it can go really badly, but that was okay. That was kind of semi-according to plan. Okay, let's have a look then, because Cazador is not done yet. He's currently healing in his sarcophagus. Warning, this scene is brutal.
No healing sleep for you. Wake up!
But honestly,
get your hands off
deserved.
me, worm!
I'm not the one in the dirt. One last thrust, and I'll be free of you. I'll never have to fear you again. But if I finish the ritual you started, I'll never have to fear anyone. Ever.
You think me a fool? That I would allow anyone to usurp me, speak the words, and ascend in my place? The runes I carved into your flesh bind you and all 7,000 souls to the ritual. Complete it, and those bearing the scars will be sacrificed, you included. You are simply a means to an end. I made you to be consumed.
I am so much more than what you made me. I can do this, but I need your help.
Again, like, remember, as much as we hate Cazador and as much as he's nasty and absolutely we should stop him, he was also a victim of the vampire that came before him, which again, Astarion can be so much more, but not in the way that he's necessarily thinking. I like 3. I think I'm going to go with, because of who Cordia is, if I help you complete the ritual, it will kill all these people.
These people died years ago. Trust me on that. All that's left are feral spawn, desperate for blood.
Isn't that what you were?
If we release them, how many people will they kill? Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. But if they die and I ascend, I won't have to rely on the parasite to walk in the sun. I'll be free. Truly. Completely free. Isn't that what you want?
I think the argument of they are dangerous, they're going to do more harm than good, like we cannot unleash 7,000 hungry vampire spawn on the world, I think is a really, really valid argument. Personally, I don't like the idea of killing them because they are victims. That's 7,000 victims. And so the idea of just being like, oh, we're scared of you, so we're going to preemptively kill you all so that you can't commit a crime, even though you may or may not commit a crime, doesn't sit well with me. I don't believe in the death penalty in real life. I believe in rehabilitation and or just keeping people locked up until like to keep them away from the public, but I don't think the death penalty is right. I believe in souls, I believe in reincarnation and things like that, so I think you have to learn the lessons, and you don't learn the lessons if you just vetoed. It's like that person's going to come back and not have learned anything and just repeat those same mistakes. So I feel like rehabilitation is really important, and the opportunity to change is really important. And again, that doesn't mean that people who've done vile, evil things get to just run free. I don't believe in that either. It's a shame there's not like a third option here where it's kind of like, you know, we're going to keep everybody locked up but not killed, and then we'll kind of process everybody one by one. We'll see who can control the hunger, who can't. That's not the option that the game is giving us. As well, like some of those victims are literal children, and the idea of not giving them a chance is abhorrent to me. Like, you know, they deserve the right to go to the Gur and have the Gur help them with their hunger, and, you know, to make sure that they stay as good as possible. You know, to make the Gur parents responsible for them, I think would be a really good thing to do. But anyway, hang on. Lexi's live, if you want someone else who I like watching play Baldur's Gate. Okay, yeah, I'll be free, truly completely free. Isn't that what you want? I feel like there is a bit of emotional manipulation with that, because it's kind of like, oh, you're thinking about them instead of me. I thought I was the most important thing to you, which I think is, again, part of his trauma. I really like to. I want you to live a life that you're proud of, and you can't be proud of this. I think is a really good thing to say. But I want the opportunity to do the insight check. Look into your lover's eyes. I mean, I'd say friends with benefits rather than lover, but okay. Try to see what's driving this. It's a DC of 20. I can't use his bardic inspiration because I'm doing it on him. Shadowheart can guide me. It's a wisdom check. Okay, give me guidance. Let's see if we can psychologically analyze this guy. Minthara's in the background there going like, do it, seize power for yourself. It's what I would do. That's the most logical thing to do. Anyway. Oh, I don't think we've done it. That is looking bad. Maybe. 12, 16. Oh, just one shot. Okay, let's try that again. Give me guidance, give me guidance. Tickle-yo. Go. Oh, this looks better. Yeah. This is it. 15, add 1, add 4. Yay! Okay.
You can see the fear in his eyes, but also the hunger. The thick smell of blood in the air and the promise of power being so close is intoxicating to him. All he can see is the power of the ritual and the freedom that power brings. The freedom to do anything, to be anything.
I don't think it gives him his freedom. I've never actually ascended him, but I've seen footage of like what happens next. He becomes corrupted by the power. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? So he becomes a classic narcissistic vampire. And he can be quite... I wouldn't say he loves the player character. I would say that the player character is an extension of his ego. So I'm not going to do that. Again, I think it's just perpetuating the cycle of violence to have him do that. But again, I think a lot of that, you know, he doesn't crave the power, he craves the freedom because he didn't have freedom. So this is fear, right? It's fear motivating this, the fear of something happening again, the fear of people having power over him again. And so the temptation is that removes the fear. I know that you think this will set you free, but it won't. This power will trap you, just like it trapped Cazador. We've got another roll. Okay, I can take Eagle Splendor though this time. And do you know what? I can take Bardic Inspiration off Astarion. So come on, this is for your own good, Astarion. Give me your guidance. We've done it. Yeah, +3, +1, and the D6. Amazing.
You're right. I can be better than them. But I'm not above enjoying this.
Okay, gruesome scene coming up. But I love this scene, it's so powerful. Always gets me. Just such a good scene. Like, Neil Newborn gets all the credit for that performance.
Is it
Movie
over?
warning.
Is he?
Yes. He's gone.
What does that mean for us?
I don't know why boy nipples are okay, but girl nipples aren't okay. Like, they have the same function. Like, men can make milk too, you know, in certain circumstances. Like, it's so weird that, you know, girl nipples are out of bounds, but boy nipples are, like, fine. It's, like, such a weird double standard to me. Anyway, well, that depends. Can you keep your fangs to yourselves?
What business is it of yours?
It will become everyone's business if you try to feast on half the city. This is just a friendly warning. Your choices are simple, really. You can hide here, living in the shadows like parasites. Or you could be more than what he made us to be.
Projecting.
You can choose differently, of course. But the consequences are on your head.
And what does it mean for them?
Now, that's a better question. 7,000 spawn, from ancient conquests to stolen children.
Cazador's staff controlled everything during the ritual. If it controls the cells too, you could decide their fate.
Yeah, see, you have the option to not ascend Astarion, but still kill the spawn. I'm not doing that for the reasons I've already explained. Oh, I guess you can leave them, but I'm going to release them because I'm soft and I have a plan. Well, let's release them. They deserve the same chance that you got to be tadpoled.
Some sacrifices just aren't worth it.
The poor wretches in the cells are innocent. They shouldn't have to suffer just because I lured them here.
God, Tia, do you see the Tia? Apparently a lot of his performance was improvised, so the whole thing about him dropping the knife and then catching it, improvise it.
They'll need someone to lead them. Take the tunnels into the Underdark. Find somewhere, well, not safe, but less perilous.
What? No, we can't.
Just try to keep them out of trouble.
I think sending them to the Underdark is a really good solution. It's dark down there. Things are pretty dangerous. You know, there's baddies down there.
I think we're done here. Let's go.
Maybe I've got a master plan. Okay. Oh, you've put your top back on, Astarion. Good to see it. Okay, let's, there's some stuff we can loot, I think. Oh, we've got a woe. And high security vault number 3 key. We've got 2 vault keys off of Cazador. And we've got Rhapsody, which is a dagger. I guess we're going to give that to Astarion, perhaps. Getting a +1 bonus to attack roll, damage, and spell save DC for every foe you slay, up to a maximum of +3. Sweet bloodletting, possibly inflict bleeding when hitting a creature with this weapon while hiding or invisible. I don't think it's much better than what we already have, but I'll take it. I don't think anyone else has anything. Not even like the spellcaster. I think he's got like a normal staff. So I'm just gonna have Astarion come over here and we're gonna have a quick chat. I like that Gale and Will are just kind of crouching. I wonder if they've had like dialogue while I've been watching. We're over here, Astarion.
That's it. He's gone. After all these years, these centuries. It's really over.
I'm very proud of you, you know. You did the right thing.
I'm glad you think so, because I'm not so sure. I just feel numb. What I've lost. What I've gained. It's all so much. And God, all those spawn. Free in the Underdark. I need some time, I think. Just to let it all sink in. Let's just go. This place reeks of death, and I want to feel alive again.
Okay. How long have I been recording for? I might have to leave it here. I was planning to keep going, but this has been such a long episode. I'm never getting this video up on time. I'm so sorry. I feel like he needs a hug though. You know, to wrap up the episode. He needs a big hug. He's felt all the emotions today, right? He's felt a lot of really strong emotions. A lot has happened. It's understandable that you'd kind of feel a bit numb. But we're here for him. He's got his gang, he's got his crew. How much? I'm going to go a little bit further. He does say he wants to get out of here, so let's head out. Again, I'll come back another day and we'll have more of a poke around Cazador's palace. Because there is some more stuff to look at, but it's just such a long episode. But there's one more thing Astarion needs to face before we leave. So yeah, cell doors are open. Gur children, Sebastian, they've all been released. And there's some people here that call themselves monster hunters, but did absolutely nothing to help us in that fight. He's a Gale and Will just crouching there.
You killed one vampire, but released 7,000 of his spawn. Have you lost all sense?
They were innocents. To kill them would have been an even greater crime. But if you do decide to go hunting them, know they include your children.
They survived?
Well, that depends on how you define survived, really. But they are free. They're making their way into the Underdark as we speak.
This is difficult news. We will need to decide what it means. Thank you for what you have done. Slaying Cazador was a great justice. As for the rest, well, time will tell.
I don't know, maybe we've brought two houses alike in dignity together there. The vampire spawn and the Gur. Maybe they can work together in the future instead of just slaying each other.
Up for discussion.
You could have killed them all. You could have ended Tsar's legacy today.
Oh, not Astarion, surely. Here's Gandrel. Love Gandrel.
I will find my little ones. Wherever they are hiding. We will see what can be done.
I think it's interesting to see the mix of reactions from the Gur.
Amorous passions usually make people more considerate, Minthara. Kinder, sympathetic, better at cooperating.
They can also make people more protective, guarded, paranoid, and jealous.
Is now the time?
Never mind.
So Will said, amorous passions usually make people more considerate, Minthara, kinder, sympathetic, better at cooperating. And she said, they can also make people more protective, guarded, paranoid, and jealous. Okay, enough chatting, gang. Oh no, don't group hide. What am I doing? Group toggle. Toggle group. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Shut up, I'm trying to talk to the girl.
I don't know what to think. I wanted to see our children again, but not like this. Never like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough, but you know what? I reckon the girl have got this.
Thousands of vampires spawn on the run. Our own children among them. I only pray something of their innocence remains.
From talking to them, I feel like it does. Like, they were trying, you know? Like, they're not just any child, they're Ger children. If anyone can withstand the vampire curse, it's the Ger children, right? They're prepared for it.
You let thousands of vampires spawn go free. How many will die because you could not do what needed to be done?
So she's not even considering it. She's like, they're not even our children anymore. They're vampire spawn, should have killed them.
Anyone capable of killing a vampire as powerful as Cazador has my respect. But you are not a true hunter. Sparing the spawns was an error. Releasing them was an act of madness.
Oh, we'll see, shall we?
If you think those spawn will stay in the Underdark, you're a fool. We'll see them soon, mark my words.
And again, I like that the spawn have a chance, right? It's going to be difficult, but they do have a chance. Like, some of them could, like Astarion, or what was her name? Incognita. Like, I think she's meant to be like a good vampire. Some of them can resist the urge, feed on rats, or even like, because the Underdark's so dangerous, there's Dwagar down there, there's Drow down there, who are nasty people. So, you know, if people are fighting them, food, right? So I think there is an opportunity for some of them to live good lives and good existences. Those that want to come up to the earth and kind of like run around biting people and causing mayhem, that's what the Ger's there for, right? The Ger are ready to deal with that consequence. So, yeah, I think it's going to be okay. I'm happy with our decisions today, but we need to go back to camp because it's been such a long day. Do you know what? One last thing then.
Let's see.
Just before we wrap up the episode.
The elevator lies ready to carry you back up to the palace.
Let's get out of here. I've had more than my fill of this place.
Okay, ascend out of the dungeon. The last thing I want to check is the guy, Chamberlain Dufay. Is he okay? Is he alive? Because I don't think I've ever checked this before. And maybe I have, I don't know. I always go the wrong way. I don't want to go in there. Not that way, this way. So it's through here, wasn't it? Like, is he up and roaming around? Maybe if we have a long rest and come and check the next day, he might be up and wandering around. That'd be really interesting to see. Yeah, currently he's still in there. Okay, I was wondering if he'd be like, oh, is the party over? But let me show you as well the
Never a dull
it
moment.
wasn't just the spawn kind of that were in danger. As soon as we killed Cazador, all his little minions have also died. So if we go around here, look, this lady here, Siren, everything must be perfect. What's his name's died? Godi. Okay. So again, there was no point fighting him. We would have just wasted our resources because he dies when Cazador dies anyway. And then we've got this guy down here. So again, there was no point me knocking out the ones that got involved in the werewolf fight. There was no point knocking them out because they just die anyway. So I just kind of wanted to show you that. The ones as well that were outside with the rats have skedaddled. I think as soon as Cazador died, the curse must have been broken and they've run off. Because you can lift the curse, but again, it would have been a waste of my resources. So yeah, that's it. We're done. I feel like I want to kind of get back up into the open air. I feel like let's play that. And then in the next episode, we'll have a chat to everybody about what happened at camp. We'll long rest and maybe get another scene with Astarion. See what he has to say a day later, you know? And hang on, where am I? I'm turned about again. And then maybe we'll come back to Cazador's palace. We'll have a look in that dungeon that I've literally never done, the other part of the basement. We'll have a look around kind of the underneath of the like crypt area as well.
So, Astarion, vampire dens. What should I expect?
Vampires would be a safe bet.
Hilarious. You belong on stage. Perhaps the blood-stained sort, with a hooded man standing by, axe in hand.
So long as there's a cheering crowd. As for vampire dens, I'd brace your nose. They can be very organic.
Doesn't make a huge amount of sense that they've had that conversation on the way out, but never mind. But yeah, that is where I'm leaving it for today. Pretty happy with what went down. We should probably have a quick look at Woe as well. Where did it go? There it is. It's not great. It's a quarterstaff. Good, I guess, if you're doing like necromancy. It does give you blight, which is quite a powerful spell, but a lot of my people already have it. It does say bound weapon too, which is interesting. You gain a +1 to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. Arcane vampirism. When the creatures affected by your spells fail any associated saving throws, you gain 1 to 4 hit points. Which, I don't know, maybe that could be quite handy to have. Yeah, but that's where we are now. So I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough. Again, it's one of my favourite things to do. I think it's one of the most meaningful scenes and storylines in the game. Again, Astarion is such a fan favourite for a reason, because I just think that is such deep storytelling, especially with like all the Gur children and his guilt and his fear, and then, you know, him coming out and making the right decision is my favourite way to play it. I've never done Ascended at Cazador. I just don't like that. I can't take the evil routes. It doesn't work for me. But yeah, I think he's going to be okay. I think we've sorted Astarion out. Also, if we have a look here, that's pretty much his quest done. Look, the Pale Elf, complete. We killed Cazador and released all the vampire spawn into the Underdark. Astarion's fate is sealed. He will be a vampire spawn until the end of days. But I think he could be okay with that. So yeah, that is what we've got going for us. I hope you are, if you don't agree with my decision, I hope at least you understand my decisions there. Would you have done anything differently? Do let me know respectfully in the comments. I appreciate your faces. I do have a master plan, and yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you for spending time with me. I will see you again soon, friends. Bye.
I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a